Good morning. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Yes, I was 3 minutes late. I do apologize. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I hear there was a lot of chaos, fabricated chaos. How's everybody doing today? Good morning to you, Tussie, Shani. Everybody got their cup of Nancy. Let's get this morning started. First cup, second cup, whatever you need. Let's get through this stream. Jill says, good. Let me move that. Sorry. Hey, Crafty. Pika. That's right. Hit that thumbs up. Almost forgot. Let me grab this. Hey, Janet. Tessa says, got my Red Bull. Hey, Packer Penguin. Hey, Mal. Cash Tasha. Kathy coming in with the 91. Thank you, my friend. Happy Tuesday. Member for 10 months. Thank you, Crafty Girl. MK Ultra. Yo. Let me grab this really quick. How was everybody's weekend? Good morning, Liberty. We almost got a baby, Pika. Thank you. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm coming over. I'm coming back. Michigan wifey. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and read everything. All right, coming back over. Wow, you guys are awesome. Thank you for the milestones. Pika, we almost got a baby. Zero Fox with the 11 months. Thank you, my friend. Michigan wifey coming in with the 10 months. Send all the positive vibes. Thank you. I'm cutting in and out. Are you thawed out yet, Jess? I felt. Oh, it was freezing. Wait, am I really cutting in and out still? Baby boop. Thank you, Gavin. I appreciate that. Looking forward to good news. Says handmade with love. I'm not breaking. Okay. Thank you. Sometimes it cuts in and out if I go to the other screen, I suppose. So thank you for letting me know. I am sounding okay. Thank you for the milestones. I really appreciate it. We have started a trend with the YouTube babies. Everybody's out here reproducing. Thank you, DDJ Riverhouse. Appreciate that. Oh, thank you, me and my saint. I do appreciate that as well. I figured I might as well, since I don't like taking photos, it's the easiest way to do it. I hate photos. Naomi coming in with the 160. Oh, J. Kells is coming back to the MFers. Thank you, J. Kells. Hey, VXC. What does your name stand for, by the way? I never, it's hard to even say, right? Good morning to you, Gamma. Thank you so much for being a member. James Steele starting it off with the $10 super chat. Thank you, James. Snow here and VA. I do not want any snow, but I know it's coming. Certainly coming. I can feel it. Man, when you get older, that whole, I remember I was younger. I would hear my parents say, oh, it's going to rain. I'm like, how do you know? I can feel it in my back. I'm like, really? Now that I'm old, I get it. I feel it too. I know what you mean by that. Thank you again, James. Kat coming in with a 7-month milestone and a good morning. Good morning to you, Kat. Thank you for being a member. Busy with work, but I will always support you. Claire Bear, it is so good to see you. 33 months. I don't know how I got so lucky with so many of you, but that is insane. That is 3 years. Little under, but still very close. So appreciate it. Thank you so much. So good to see you. Hello, Winnie. Colleen coming in with the 191. You do feel it in your bones. Mal said we were supposed to get hammered. Oh, that is going to suck. High of 70 degrees here, and just be quiet, agent. We don't want to hear about it. You felt wrongly. Sorry. But you are very appreciated. Gracie says, glad you're back. Thank you. Glad to see you back. Thank you. We have more snow coming in Illinois. I'm over it already. We luckily don't have any yet, but you are nowhere near old. No, I'm not. I do I do know that, but I'm getting there, right? If I'm blessed enough. Let's not, get ahead of ourselves. We are headed on vacay tomorrow. So excited. Happy beach. That's amazing. Where are you going? Hey, Beth. Ghostly Madden with the 3 months listening from work. Thank you, Ghostly. No account. Say hi to me so I can feel better. Good morning, my friend. 6 degrees in northern PA. Ugh. It is so gross. I hate the cold. Oh, thank you, Casual Art. Good to see you today. 18 months. Thank you. There will be a sudden severe ice and snowstorm the morning I leave for vacation. It's basically guarantee at this point. It's not the way it works sometimes. Hell, at least you're going on vacation, girl. Wendy coming in with the super sticker. Thank you, Wendy. I'm not built for the cold either. I'm with all of you that hate the cold, not built for the cold. Yeah, certainly I am right there with you. I cannot stand the cold. It sucks. Illinois just keeps getting snow. We didn't get hardly none last year. Yeah. I don't think we got any last year either. Lovey coming in with the 229 on a thumbs up. Thank you, Lovey. I hate winter. It's depressing. Oh, ain't that the truth? Kraken with the 34 months. Have a great live. Off to work. Thank you, Kraken. I hope you have a great day at work. -9 degrees here, says Sue. Wow. That is yeah. That's like don't do anything type of weather. Jay Cows, I didn't know that I left. Ugh. That's okay. We know you've been here well longer than the milestone will say. Thank you anyway. Just saw a nudist doing jumping jacks outside the office window. Did you happen to record? I'm trying to see that. Were they hot? Male, female? We need more deets. Hey, I'm a puffin. My body can't take that kind of cold. Too much titanium in the spine. Ooh, that does sound painful. Fibrosis. I forget how to say that. I'm sorry to hear that you're suffering today, Jen Lynn. I can't imagine how hard that is. Oh, thank you, Teresa. I appreciate you guys that were there. I didn't realize there was another stream, I believe, taking place at the same time, celebrating Sebastian Rogers' birthday. I selfishly did not check YouTube before going live. And if I did go live over top of that, which again I'm unsure of, but I have a feeling I may have, I meant no disrespect by that at all. And would never have done that intentionally. Yes, I'm under a blanket with my coffee. We're only 40-50 in Louisiana. That's cold. I just watched a documentary on a woman who gave birth in the tundra where it's -65 degrees. Oh my goodness. Is there a reason they did that? Like, did they mean to do that? Were they trapped? I bet that's right, Lee. The bee's either hot or not so hot. I'll take the hot any day over the cold. Naomi coming in with the 16 months. Good morning, Jess, Maz, and chat. I love it when you're on. Thank you, Naomi. I really appreciate that. Is the grain excited for Christmas? Official fundraisers will begin for the next more days. Thank you, Peak. It wasn't at the same time. I know it, man. Sorry. I am sorry. Beautiful summer nights here down under eating fresh lychee cherries. Yeah, sounds interesting. It's 36 here in Georgia. I love winter. I'm a snow person. The slopes are finally open. I can't wait for skiing. That is amazing, Chaos. I'll tell you what, my son is a winter lover too, and I just don't get it. Criticizing, yes, she did nothing, just bash. Right, CJK. She just goes and gets tattoos of random missing children's names on her body, but judges a fundraiser to help autism, right? That's the type of people you're dealing with over there. But I do have semi good news when it comes to dealing with those type of people over there. It does seem the courts are done dealing with those types of people. So I think the last stream I left off on was Friday. And at that time, I had mentioned to you all that they were requesting oral arguments. But the problem with that was they had 20 days from the date that was signed, which was November 4th, right? So November 4th, they get the letter from the Superior Court that says decide what argument you want. Do you want it to go off the briefs, off the paperwork? Do you want to verbally, orally argue it? And they responded, well past the due date. And so we responded to their response. And give me just a quick second to pull that up for you all. I think I have it. All right. So we put in an application to strike, and that was to strike the reply letter request for oral argument that was late. So we list off the reasons why, and we named each 10 of the goofy plaintiffs, and it just basically gives a breakdown. So in this, you will see it mention myself and Barbecue because my attorney filed it on behalf of both of us. So that's why you'll see it written that way. Wishing you get very good news before Christmas, Barbara. Thank you so much. As am I. Thank you so much. We put in that the lower court ruled that this was an anti-SLAPP. It should be noted the appeal being posited before this court is as baseless and nonsensical as the filing which brought about myself and Barbecue's motion to dismiss under anti-SLAPP. To be clear, the appellants levied their action in the lower court without basis in law or a speck of evidence to support their poorly drafted VAPIC claims. Tellingly of incompetence, appellants asserted causes of action under criminal statutes and a civil action, while also asserting a cause of action claiming a predicate act, defamation for instance, of RICO, when no such predicate act exists under the federal or state RICO statutes. So don't forget, when they accused me of operating a RICO, they made up their own reason, and defamation was one of them. Like one of the signs of like a RICO, but it's not even recognized in law. Good morning, Diana, with the 18 months. Thank you, my friend. It is clear the appellants have little to no grasp of the law, or for that matter, the procedural rules of any court. For example, the appellants believe and assert they needed leave of the lower court to amend their initial filing. Amazingly, after preliminary objections were filed by myself and Barbecue. The lower court painstakingly had to address what was found to be anemic, untimely responses to the motions to dismiss under PA's anti-SLAPP statute and a verbose complaint which resonates their lack of the minimum legal competence to support claims, which were without a doubt wrongfully levied in the lower court, now wasting the time of this court. Even more distressing was the fact that appellants could not follow the local rules of court and simple requests from the lower court. Amazingly, the appellants submitted to the lower court a concise statement of matters complained of on appeal. Make no mistake, the lower court did not request appellants to file a concise statement of matters complained of. These appellants continue their road, do as they well please conduct, snubbing their distorted appendages at this court. In that regard, on or about May 21st of 2025, this court exited a docket and statement. The appellants were given until June 4th to file that docket and statement. Appellant's docket and statement had not been filed with this court and was noted by myself to be 26 days late. Imagine that. 26 days late. Did I see gifted memberships? Barbara, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Appellants failed to offer good cause for their tardiness and not filing the required docket and statement. Moreover, the appellants did not request an extension of time to file the docket and statement or provide a legitimate excuse as to why their docket and statement or application for extension of time to file was not forthcoming. The failure to file a timely completed docket and statement may result in dismissal of appeal. As a result, on June 30th, I filed an application to quash the appeal for failure to comply with the PA rule, whatever. Barbecue joined in the quash. On July 10th, instead of responding to the joint application to quash the appeal, appellants filed an application for extension of time to file brief without prior noticing either of appellee's counsel. So there's like this rule amongst attorneys, right? And you're supposed to have open dialogue with them. So every time when Lesniak should reach out to our attorneys, he instead makes the excuse that, I know that they won't agree. And that's why in the last filing, my attorney wrote, if he's afraid to send an email, perhaps he should get a dog, some type of emotional support for them. Thank you, Fat Squirrel. An attorney should not be afraid to send an email. That's bizarre as hell. On or about August 1st, this court quashed the appeal. On about August 5th, the appellants filed an application to reinstate their appeal. Both appellees filed an answer to the appellant's application to reinstate the appeal, pointing out the lack of good cause, the clear disregard for the rules of the court, and the utterly clear mendacity of the excuse used as a reason to reinstate the appeal, as the appellant's counsel was continuing to handle matters despite asserting his practice was put on hold as he acted for a caretaker for his unfortunately sick father-in-law. August 22nd, this court granted the application to reinstate the appeal. The same day, the appellants filed their document statement. September 22nd, this court issued a briefing schedule. Appellant's brief was due November 3rd. They filed their brief at 11:46 p.m. November 3rd. They thought they were doing something funny there. That's going to backfire. The brief of appellants has a myriad of issues that fail to comply with the Pennsylvania Rules of Appellate Procedure. An application to again quash the appeal of appellants followed for failure to comply and preclude oral argument on or about November 4th. Barbecue, and through her undersigned counsel of record, filed an application to quash appellant's appeal for failure to comply with Chapter 21 of the rules. This court issued a notice dated November 4th concerning appellant's duty to choose the manner of dispositions of their appeal. Appellants were required to choose an appeal disposition by or on about November 4th. On November 5th, appellants filed an addendum to their brief attaching a trial court opinion, which was not attached to their efficient brief. Instead of responding to the appellee's application to quash the appeal, appellants filed an application for relief. Filed for relief on November 10th. On November 13th, I filed an answer to the appellant's application for relief. On that same date, Barbecue filed an answer. On November 14th, I filed a memorandum of law in support of my answer. On November 18th, without leave of this court, appellees filed an amended brief and what they consider to be a reproduced record. Appellees, by and through their undersigned counsels of record, filed a second application to quash. On November 19th, this court issued a notice to appellees for their failure to provide paper copies of their deficient brief and claimed reproduced record. As of this date, the appellants have not filed the required paper copies of their deficient brief and claimed reproduced record. In their continual disregard for the rules and procedures of this court, the appellants filed their reply letter request with this court on December 4th, 30 days late. That is insane. I'm getting to it, Italy. I know all this is mumble jumble, to be honest. But once quashed, can you look at bringing back corner cat? Absolutely, I got you. Based on the appellants do as they please and whenever they please conduct, the tardy reply letter request should be stricken from the record. That said, the appellees should still be allowed to argue, this would be us, on their behalf should the pending application for quashal be dispositive to them. Without a doubt, the time has now come for this court to restore the decorum required by litigants who practice before this court and render dire consequences to the appellants for their ever-continuing disregard for the rules and procedures of appellate procedure. Basically, it's now time for this court to put their foot down and uphold the practices that have made the court what it is. So we submitted all of that. We're sitting back. We haven't heard back from our quash. We put in again to quash. We haven't heard anything. We put in seeking a continuance to file briefs because their brief was so incompetent. There's not even a way to respond to it. Haven't heard back. Yesterday, they finally put in their reproduced record that was due months ago. And yesterday we heard back. So we filed the paper that I just read to you all, which was looking to stop their tardy request for oral argument. We sought to strike it, right? And it turns out the court responded to us that unfortunately our filing was rejected. our filing was rejected. So we haven't heard about the quashal yet. We haven't heard about the request for more time to file our brief. But we get response back that our filing is rejected. Because their filing was rejected, so our filing was mute. There was no need for us to even file that to strike the record because the court said, hell no, motherfuckers, you're not getting an oral argument. So if you add in the fact that the courts told them you're not getting an oral argument, and they told us not to even worry about our brief, I think we're just waiting on a written opinion. Gotchas. The court said you're not coming before us. Get the fuck out our face. Sorry, Amy. I had to. Oh, that's so good, though. Yes, rest in peace, Chat EBT Esquire. Rest in peace. What a good attorney you were, but you just couldn't quite make it home. So that is very exciting. I know I had you all going. I'm sorry. The courts basically said, we don't want to hear anything about any of it. You're not getting before us. We don't care if you want oral argument. And I have no doubt in my mind, neither does my attorney. And I'm pretty sure Barbecue and hers, we believe without a doubt, they're simply writing out their opinion to strike this, to dismiss the appeal. And I am just praying that that is done by the holidays, because there would be no better Christmas gift than to have this shit fucking done. And it wouldn't be done. I mean, you know, after the appeal gets dismissed, which we all know is coming, we go back to lower court and we just start over there again anew, but close to done. And I wait for the day. Are they able to file any more appeals? No. Appellate court is all they have. They can try to ask the Supreme Court. Can you even imagine? Oh gosh, could you even imagine? I mean, at that point, Lesniak's just, you know, career suicide, quite frankly. I believe what's wrong with Craig. He sees that BJ went too far with real life with Seth and cyber criminal Nick, and her real life crap has Craig pissed, and he makes her look like a joke. I slightly agree, but also disagree. A back alley attorney, BJ recently said in a live that she needs a bulldog. She wants a bulldog like Granny's lawyer. Is that what you said, Brittany? Is that what you said? You just copying my terms out here? Make no mistake. Cohorts. You just repeat me all the time. Brittany, no, there's no attorney in the world that can save you from you. What you need is a fucking therapist and some goddamn church in your life. Give a sister a prayer, would you? You had me for a minute. Congratulations. Thank you, Jen. Miss Mad Dog, thank you so much. Enough is enough. It's going to be a new year for sure. Fingers crossed, man. Most appeals are done on paper. I'm pretty sure it's rare for them to even hear oral arguments. No, it actually is according to the attorneys. So you do have the choice. Here, I'll show you. You have the choice when you file for an appeal, if you're the one that initiates it, right? And in this case, they are the initiators. So you do get to decide if you want oral argument or if you want to go off the briefs. You can do by the brief. You can do oral for 5 minutes each or oral for 15 minutes each. In this case, they chose the highest, which is 15 minutes each. And the court said, no, bitch. Can they try to go to Supreme Court? Absolutely. They can try, but you need permission, I'm pretty sure. And I think, again, that would just be the goofiest thing to fucking do. Thank you so much, Angel Chips. Not nice, Jess, giving us a stroke. Sorry. Gave myself one, too. Logic would say the court should deny the appeal, but think you all have to wait until after a new year. I don't know. A lot of times they want to clear their desk off before the new year. She said a pit bull. Oh, again, she needs a lot more than any of that. I know that's right, Mrs. Walton. Thank you, Mary F. and Poppin. I appreciate you. Was changed her current attorney. The ties changed that day. Fucking right. Remember, that's the other thing. Remember that, Cash? I had 2 different attorneys to begin with. I did, Gare. Lumps of coal is all they get this year. All they get this year is depositions for their income. You made me just call you an asshole. Oh, that's all right. She needs way more than an attorney to help her. That's just throwing good money after bad to pursue it further. Absolutely. Well, they're not paying anything, right? Great and Grace, what a blessing. Disney World, good on you. Hey, Granny, y'all. Hey, Muffy. Oh, you better strap in. It's going to sound like the chipmunks. I'm using talk to text while driving in the snow. Drive carefully, her royal. Is that a pity in your profile pic? I love that blockhead. A pity? Oh, Roxy. Let me see now. I'm curious. Let my nosy ass see. Talk about nosy, man. When we went to the Christmas light show, there was like a new little date taking place in front of us. Ugh. Reminds me why I just don't care to go on these type of dates. My chat now. So what's left to happen? I'm glad you asked, Winnie. So this has all ended, Grady. The court has to give down their ruling, which again, when the courts tell you not to bother submitting a brief, I think we pretty much have our ruling, right? We're just waiting for an official mark it down type of thing. After that, we go back to the lower courts to see Judge Eckel. Judge Eckel rules on our pending punitive damages. And then we turn in our attorney bills, our cost, and all of that good shit. The judge makes a logical ruling. And then we depose them all for their income, tax returns, assets, all of that stuff. And then we start attaching to it and we get fucking paid back. That's what happens next. Forensic accounting. I know that's right. Is it Pristine's birthday? I believe it is. Thank you for making me look bad. Happy birthday, Christine. The judge will also hear all the shit BJ and the Green Team said about her. Absolutely. I will be making a nice condensed video to give the judge the whole feel of everything. Why hear it through my words? I'd rather hear it directly through theirs. Did you go with Nonsense's friend? No. Did I go where, Michelle? Get ready, loser. Dumbass lies will be exposed. Yeah, and you know, the funny thing is when it comes to like punitive damages and stuff, it goes person by person. It no longer goes like plaintiff versus defendants. At that time, they become individuals. And I get to take things like Bullhorn Betty saying I am a what did she call me? A heroin addict criminal who doesn't have custody of her kids, right? I get to take things like that and put it before the judge as to why I feel like Brittany, out of all the other plaintiffs, is the reason I'm even in this. And I get to stand before the judge and tell her how I got thrown into this first successful anti-SLAPP suit in Pennsylvania history. I don't know what you're talking about, my Michelle. I wish I did, hon. Oh, are you talking about nonsense? Oh, when you guys are trying to hook me up with Kyle's friend? Does At Night have to reveal who works for them? Yes. So because At Night is a plaintiff, we get to know the names and identities behind that organization. I mean, you can't be sued by Granny's watching and never get to know my legal name. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. I'm off today to see my eldest daughter in her first wedding dress fitting. You and Kraken are so lucky to experience your daughters being married. Do not forget that nasty Hong post. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Where he said I pay in blowjobs. How could I ever? That projection there was a little sad. Always standing for a beautiful Jess winning. Thank you. Be nice. Try it. Absolutely, Tara. Chat got complicated. I'm so lost at this point. What happened, Brian? Her moo and a twist just thinking about barbecue's victim impact statement. She says she's going to pee on it. Absolutely, Roxy. And there's a huge relief knowing that I don't have to pay the cost of a brief. Do you know how expensive they are? Catch Granny and Chad sitting in a tree with mini cows. Lesniak should never taken this egregiously fraudulent case. No attorney should have. And I think the courts are going to agree with you, CJK. And then we're going to find out what happens when an attorney uses his license for bad practices. Bitch, you better have my money. Missy Lou, just because. Thank you, Missy Lou. I walked for a week and I can't catch up. Oh, Brian. Bless it. Good luck to you. All I have to tell you is basically they pretty much lost their appeal as far as we're concerned. Just waiting for the official ruling. Brittany claims the other day she was swatted. Somehow somebody got a hold of the FOIA. She was not swatted. It was a wellness check. People don't know what a fucking SWAT is. Do you know that? Like everything on YouTube, terms get watered down. And this is no different. A SWAT is not what these people are making it out to be. It is several police officers or FBI agents or whatever coming to your house uncomfortable? Sure. Is it a fucking SWAT? No. Just in case anybody needs to be reminded, please allow me to be the one to do so. This is what a SWAT does. We watched live in action as a neighbor was swatted. They took this neighbor out by gunpoint to use his house. They have full cavalier there, okay? Everybody was ready. Grady got a party like it's 2026. Hey now. You know, that's right, James. Hey, Joe Madre. The SWAT's not coming in and saying, excuse me, can you please exit? They're not asking you questions. They're not going to take your word that a room's clear. SWAT is coming with the full army with them. This is a fucking SWAT, okay? You people that believe a few detectives walking out of the door nonchalantly is a SWAT is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what's even more like concerning about all of that? The fact that this woman claims that all of this is so traumatizing, but she sits down and makes herself not one, not two, not three, but four, I believe, may be wrong on my numbers, thumbnails ready to discuss in all its glory immediately after it happened. It didn't fucking infect you. Thank you, Be Nice Try. That's very considerate of you. So yeah, I mean, you know, I got other videos to show you all what an actual SWAT is. You see these vehicles, SWAT vehicles, pistols drawn. Those are SWATs. Not what happened to her. The fact that she's still on the internet going at people. I know, she just wants it to end, Jen K. She just wants it to end. They weren't even wearing the helmets. One guy was wearing a baseball hat backwards, for Christ's sake. Hey, Krama. It's so stupid. If you're being swatted, the agents don't usually have a meeting on your lawn for half an hour prior. I know that's right. A SWAT doesn't have to be so dramatic, though. A SWAT is dramatic. If the SWAT's not dramatic, it's not a SWAT. A SWAT is when somebody calls in to the police something concerning enough that they come with their weapons drawn. SWAT's not coming up and knocking. And that's just a police visit, right? The whole point and premise behind a SWAT is within itself dramatic. Fly strips instead of swatting. Oh, I think you're right, Gare. She does. That's a lot of officers, and they do not look casual, as if they sat and chatted in the yard for a gossip sesh first. A two-man SWAT team. The idea they didn't even look in all the rooms is crazy. I know. The cops are not the SWAT team's not taking your word for it. They're not asking your permission. You don't get to just say, yeah, that room's off limits. And they're like, oh, okay. It's not the way it works. Exactly. If it's a true SWAT, it's very dramatic. Right. They have you down. They have you cuffed. They're not letting you walk around and keeping doors closed. I do think she meant fly swat. I think the fly swat got caught in her hair and she called that swatting. I believe it. If anyone thought maybe her own kids are saying stuff to teachers and their friends, I doubt so, Mayhem. But I will say that night when all of that was taking place, her own chat showed genuine concern. So you can't say who called and who didn't. Now, my honest to God opinion is a waste of resources. I don't believe anybody should be calling anyone concerning those two. I think that there's enough red flags in the real and their life. Let others there deal with that. I don't think the internet should be doing it. Um, knock, knock, ma'am. This is SWAT team. Can we please come in and have a word? Oh, that room's off limits? Okay. Swatting that is from random strangers calling from the internet rarely happens anymore. Cuz finally learned not to take the word of Anon so quickly. Well, I thought she said months back that the police are aware of everything. They're watching her property. Yet they're quote unquote swatting. My police, I've had the police called on me so many times. My police don't even respond anymore. They're certainly not going to swat me because they're aware of what the fuck I do and the way people on the internet are. I seen a SWAT to a drug dealer house. They had a newborn in there. They broke in with a battery ram with all guns drawn. Right. That's SWAT. And that's sad for the baby. Worried about that gun, drunk, happy. I don't know if the fact that she let him on the very next day to do it again. Yeah, probably not butter, but as we all know, CPS fails many. She did say she was on a no SWAT list. She did, Jason. I'm telling you, I can't with it. Obtuse degree angle. Likes to eat, sleep, and cry for cash. Hell, that sounds like a deal. And Craig's an adult, age-wise. He's capable of speaking to Ellie on his own without his helicopter baby mama talking for him. Does she speak for him? Can you blame her? Can you imagine that guy speaking in any professional capacity? At that point, just fucking turn yourself in. 'Tis internet. Plus, she is now a known troll. I told you I'd be a chipmunk. Hey, Pink October. Google me coming in with the full 88. Hey, Gigi. Has she had her annual use? Y'all, I've been demonetized. Oh, no, but she has been hacked on her PayPal. And what do you know? She doesn't want to do an Amazon wish list, so just send her cash. We got those typicals, Laura Lulu. Trish Green is swatting my chat with hearts. Not the hearts. If she cares so much about who did it, do a FOIA. It's pretty simple, would end the drama. Oh, yeah, she doesn't want the drama to end. It gives her a reason to grift. Yeah, and you know what, Chroma Chronicles? That is so goddamn true. Who remembers Brittany claiming that she FOIA'd a FOIA? I am being held hostage. And I FOIA'd the FOIA. Now, you do have your very good friend Rack in there who is very familiar with FOIAs. Why not ask Rack to FOIA the FOIA? Huh. Because then you have to stop, right? Because then you figure out it was somebody, the call came from inside the home, movie reference people, and you have to accept that. And you can no longer grift off of it and blame the internet. You know, I don't understand the whole blaming the internet, and I would love anybody who is sympathizing with her and making her out to be a victim of this. I would love to have a genuine conversation with you. She was giddy AF when she went live. I know. I think it's orchestrated drama manufactured, if you ask me. Immediately said she's not doing wish list, just cash, and sat there poking and talking shit about everyone she's blaming while laughing it up. Unbelievable, isn't it? She does it every year. Every year. Why did Racken lie about how many calls? I don't think Racken lied about it. I don't think she lied about it. I think that was the truth. I know, I heard True Crime Karens. Yeah. Where did we hear that before? CPS will be like, that father is dangerous. Kids need to be removed. A sub judge would be like, we need to stop being biased against men. Let the kids stay. That's an interesting take. It's taking so long to resolve, but again, I bet you're right. Reality said BJ's wheezing is from stress and everyone else's fault. Yeah, it's not obesity or lack of personal hygiene or health. Oh my goodness. Do you know the other day I had a headache and it was the internet's fault? She has an open line of credit at Best Buy, so why she need help with Christmas again? I don't know, but I recall, anybody else recall Craig bragging how much money he has? Why the fuck is anybody paying for anything? It's not like she's a single struggling mother. It's not like they're hardworking folks that just can't get ahead. The fuck is, I don't get it. Not happy when YouTube took Strike away. She just wants every creator hurt and gone. I'll be honest. Full disclosure here. Get mad, get whatever. I don't care. If there was a channel like Trisha's about me, I'd strike it a lot sooner. I'm just being honest here. I know some of you may not like that. No disrespect to Trisha, but the fact that BJ is just now striking is very telling. She could have did that instead of striking up a GiveSendGo to take 15,000 plus off her audience. That's all it would have taken. Of course, she don't want to do a wish list. She just wants to cash, right? And that's, again, another repeated behavior. She did the same thing one year. She didn't make a wish list. At one point, she claimed to me that Amazon did not deliver to where she was, okay? So, and then she came out the wish list for herself. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, scratching my head. This girl had a Christmas fundraiser before she was even a creator. She used Melissa at that time to do so. I'm sorry. I just, Tara, it is what it is. Some people may not, but exactly, Roxy. Just a fact. It just really is. She can't even complete a thought or sentence. She just doesn't reach chat and checks text messages and emails. It's where people subscribe to that. Yeah, so actually I heard somebody was going at her the other day and I didn't get a chance to listen, but my understanding is it was pretty interesting. They would not have allowed her to call. Did she claim that they allowed her to call Craig into the living room? And we're supposed to believe that's a fucking SWAT? That's ridiculous. Come on. Again, if there's any of you out there, you happen to be listening in the bushes, whatever, that you believe that Brittany is a victim here, not of her own circumstances, just poor little victim of the internet, I would love nothing more than for you to click this link and let's have a conversation about it. I'm genuinely curious how people find a way to take the accountability away from her. Hey, Hartley, good morning. I want to know how you people do that. I want to know how you decide that she's not responsible for what she does. Whether or not to ram her door in while outside, did they? So they decided whether or not to ram the door in, and then they decided her saying the door stays closed is okay. Called them on her phones, come to the living room. Yeah, it's not a SWAT. It's not a fucking SWAT. The boys didn't even know anyone was at the house. Come the fuck on. How do you people listen to this shit? They're so traumatized, they didn't even know that anybody was at the house. It's amazing, truly. They knocked politely. Yeah, the hell of a SWAT team. I'm not so sure it has to do with her YouTube beefs. I'm not either. Whoopsie. Thank you for being a member for 13 months. Con artists are never responsible. Either are covert narcissists. For a lot of people that have been there and are still there, the longer someone stays in a bad situation, the more entrenched they become because their ego can't handle being taken for a fool. Use a fool. Her kid woke up again last night. Did he ever go to sleep? Why does that matter, to be honest? Amazon delivers most places. Yeah, she's a liar. And introduce themselves as the SWAT. That's what they introduce themselves as? Hartley, do you have a video on this? Wasn't the father just bragging that he had all the money and no bills and all his new smartwatch, ring, desk, gaming computer? So why pay for your own kids? I agree. Through all this, she never brought up her lawyer. Well, her lawyer already told another lawyer he's not her lawyer and never was. BJ's description of what happened is actually offensive because she thinks we're all dumb enough to take her bullshit. But because there are people that are blinded by their hate of others, and they do accept that bullshit. Trying to raise nearly $2 million for an 88-year-old veteran. Wow, that's amazing, Tara. I think the kids may be elsewhere. They both being up all night off my instinct. Huh? Yeah, introduce themselves. Hello, ma'am. We are SWAT. Yeah, okay. Lawyers is cheap. You're going to have you a lawsuit. You're going to have you 2 lawsuits. Who got 2 now? If it was me, was a SWAT, then I stand on her AC's being incompetent. Ain't that the truth? Hi, my name is SWAT. Can you call your boyfriend down here, although we're swatting you? Like, who listens to this shit and is like, oh my God, you poor thing? Besides reality, because that fucking Nimrod. Holy shit. I've never met a bigger idiot. Sorry. But seriously, I've never met somebody so, I don't know, willfully stupid. Muffy, thank you so much for the gifted membership. Allowed her to walk back in room when they told her need to speak to Craig alone. And that is definitely a SWAT, Hartley. Holy shit. It's amazing they survived this horrific SWAT. She said they told her to get out the room while they talked to Craig, and she said she went in the hall and creeped. Then she said she went right back in the room and laughed like she's so funny. Yeah, they didn't see the big elephant standing in the room. You got them. Like, you really think your big ass fucking snuck in the room? They didn't recognize it. That's how you know it's not a SWAT, because you would absolutely be fucking cuffed and you'd be taken out the house and you'd be questioned at the vehicle at minimum. Like, they didn't fucking see the big oaf standing there. Come the hell on. I'm so funny, guys. I went back in the room. I know, Hartley. Surprised they didn't let her hold one of their guns while they shook her hand. Those people create all of this. Grace on my nerves. Reality doesn't live in reality. That poor thing. Bless her heart. Bless your heart, reality. They didn't go in all the rooms or see the kids. Yeah, because SWATs do that. Duh. That's what the SWATs do. Whatever you want them to do. And took pics the whole time and sent them to her mods. She thinks she's so cute. Because instead of being a normal human, I'm sorry, not a normal human. Instead of being a mother first, she saw herself as a victim first. Okay? That's why. Instead of being concerned about the safety of her children, their mental well-being, any of that, she saw this, in my opinion, as an opportunity to grift. She saw this, in my opinion, as a way to validate herself. I never felt more deeply in my heart that, in my opinion, Brittany is a piece of shit mother than the day I heard her say that she was okay with CPS being called because it vindicated her. When you care more about your image online and your perpetual self-induced victimhood than you do the mental or physical well-being of your children, you are, in my opinion, the bottom of the barrel parent. Sick. That was the most relaxed SWAT in history of SWATs. I know, Captain Kurt. The SWAT went creeping on tiptoes into the house, into the room, so the kids didn't know they were there. Maybe they even took their shoes off at the door. And people believe still that this is a SWAT? Really? Off her bucket? I think BJ's just trying to cross things off her bucket list. I don't think Brittany has a bucket list. I think for Brittany, it is a bucket for people to drop change in. Ring the bell. She needs to do squats to relieve that fupa. Captain Kirk, get a timeout. Time yourself out. She's been weaponizing them for months, used them as a shield. For years, straight talker, for years. She doesn't care about, no, nothing about her screams mother. And I still say she's trying to get Dylan arrested herself. Bucket of shit. Who the fuck enjoys being a victim besides her? Her victimhood comes with a lot of cha-ching, cha-ching. I hope enough to get the proper therapy as these boys get older. They were swattish, walking it back much. No, you called it a fucking SWAT. You came out here. That when I saw she made that thumbnail, Hartley, are you kidding me? You just got fucking swatted and you sit down and open up Canva and make yourself a cutesy little swatted fucking thumbnail? Are you kidding? Am I the only one here that sees something wrong? Like, my first thoughts if I got swatted is not, what am I going to make as my thumbnail? That's how you can tell that this bitch milks everything. Most people would have went live without a thumbnail, without a fucking title. They would have hit the live and said I was just fucking swatted. No, not this girl. She got to cash in on that trauma, right? Milk it for all it's worth. Big dramatic swat, thumbnail and title, and fucking disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Put a 1 in the chat if you get what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck is this? What are we doing? And you know why I would never support anybody calling? I don't care if you think in your heart you had genuine reason to or not. That is why. Because the bitch loves it. She thought Clue's thumbnail of the Gladiator was a SWAT team. She's just obsessed. She wants everything to be about her. Swattish. You might be fattish. 666 on the thumbs up. We can't have that, Cash. Lots of ones. I'm so glad you guys understand what I'm trying to say. It's like, what the fuck is this? Your first thought is YouTube. Your first thought is, then people did this. What are we doing? Where are we at? And then some of you other people spike up your live streams and offer this false sympathy. And you know what? You people can say what you want about Cringer and how he felt. I think his feelings were valid. If I was the only motherfucker defending this heifer ass bitch out here, and she turns around and hands off proof to somebody else's channel for them to break the news with, yeah, I'd be offended too. But guess what, sinner? That's who the fuck she is. She don't appreciate or care about you. She only cares what you can do for her. Dylan is just being used to take attention away from Britney's lies, scams, and in fact, she's not out every stream. Yeah, now she wants more money for another lawyer. How about you ask for money for fucking therapy? Yeah, Craig's going through something. Craig's a grown-ass motherfucking man who acts like he's a tough guy on the internet because little boy got himself a fucking grown-up Nerf gun. Get that man some fucking therapy. You don't need a lawyer. You don't need an attorney. You're not going to sue your county. You're not going to be successful in suing CPS. You're not going to be successful in filing charges against anybody with the DA. Stop wasting other folks' money and go get fucking therapy. Unbelievable. Well, yeah. Let's be honest. Who else going to stick up for her? Exactly. You gave her too much credit. I think she made that thumbnail. Probably her boy Lemon. I don't know who made it. The fact that she utilized it says enough. Absolutely hard times. And she wants money for Christmas, not toys for the kids, because they don't play with toys, apparently. No, they play with Auntie iPad. I mean, shocker there, huh, Hartley? They scream like kids that play with educational toys or use imaginations. That requires a parent teaching them how to use toys and utilize their imagination. You think that happens? Yeah, switched into Jack and Coke from beer. Of course she did. Actually, her audience did. BJ converts attention of any type and will create it, often with a wild, sick imagination. That girl ain't normal. That girl ain't fucking normal. Hey, Blind Spot. Nanny Game Systems. Yeah. My first thoughts would not be going live or a thumbnail or calling my moms telling them I wouldn't be live tonight. I've been swatted. When your whole life consists around YouTube, that's what you get, right? But for us normal folks that live in the real world and have actual real world interactions, that wouldn't be our first thoughts. I don't know. Didn't she sit there and they have a whole dialogue about how they have all these electronics and dirt bikes and shit they don't play with? But hell, send her more money so Craig don't have to get a job this year. I haven't seen anything. She makes me physically ill. You know how literally sick. Because if I said everything I wanted to say, I'd probably be canceled today. Okay? She makes me fucking sick. Plus saying Craig won't be on any lives. Right. And he was right back on it, making us stress as usual. At this point, 100% of her chat is begging her to go back to true crime, as if she was some amazing true crimer, as if she was ever there, though, right? As if that was ever what her priority was. Well, this is about the time where they walk away again. Happens every year. I'm not the only one that feels this way. I'm so glad so many of you feel the same way. She doesn't want a gift list. She wants money and gift cards. Of course she does, Anne. Of course she does. You think Mommy Dearest over there is really, please. I can't. She'd rather talk about herself. Of course she would. You only get one chance, man. I can't stress that enough. You get one chance. You get one chance to raise them right. You get one chance to cherish and make the most out of every moment with them. You get one chance to live a life yourself. One. That's it. There's no do-backs. Everyone, and she asked if anybody knows an attorney and not a family member that's an attorney. She ain't going to use the attorney. Back to her imaginary attorney. Wait. Does anybody know an attorney? By now, this bitch don't know how to find an attorney? She opened up 1, 2, 3 litigations and she doesn't know how to find an attorney? Lessons in code in Python or HTML or computer hardware. My parents did then, and now it's useful in my life to improve income. Come on, girl, stop playing. No, you're right. I've had the displeasure of knowing a beach in my life. They thrive on chaos and live grift to grift, and they never change. She wants a free one. Of course she does. I saw last night where her chat was upset. She promised to do a Sebastian stream, and it was drama again. She's not going to stop until the chat, revolts against her, and that's what happens every year or so. That is why she has a rotating list of moderators and chatters. But I don't know when they're going to believe or listen when I say her passion is in drama. She lights up like a Christmas tree at night when it comes to drama. One of her kids was up and having to wake her up. Disgusting, Brittany. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself. It's very important, especially daughters, to be with their moms, but 3 kids are not with her. Oh, Hannah, can I make you smile today? I hope you can. Look at that photo. Can you email me that? Bitch, how'd you find it? Oh, send it to me. Those were the days. And guess who was still a victim back then? Has she talked? She gonna try to get another RO in Chloe Cletus. She said if the judge don't give her one, then no one would qualify. What? After all that shit talking she did about me, getting an RO successful and retaining one throughout an appeal. Oh, God. The hypocrisy is off the charts. So is her fucking weight when she steps on the scale. One person at a time, please. I've been a full-time single dad for 10 years. My ex-wife hasn't called or seen the kids. Now I have an amazing fiance. See? It's a blessing. We got to... there are people in this world that put their kids before everything and everyone. And then there are people in this world that put their kids behind everything and everyone. Unless they need a shield. Then they put their kids in front of them. BJ wants people to help her get FBI help. For what? What's the FBI doing? Angela, did you give her the ICU website again? Oh, Tracy. She doesn't even acknowledge their existence. Is it really surprising? With prejudice, dummy. Oh, Yali, you're so sweet. Thank you. BJ wants a pitbull attorney. I heard earlier. That's funny. So, Brittany can't afford a pitbull attorney, and no attorney can save Brittany. Brittany needs a pitbull therapist. Brittany needs a pitbull mental health facility. Her chat may revolt, but a whole new set of viewers will find themselves. They never do for long. The wee hours of morning streams drawing people just needing company. Oh, maybe we'll start doing it. That was so weird. She said, no, where'd it go? But don't tell me that your aunt is an attorney. What? That aunt attorney could be the exact person that she needs? Huh? Good morning, Petal. Thank you. And collecting money on the way down. She has one comment, Starlight. How she calls Clue biggin. Does she own a mirror in that house? She calls Clue biggin because she heard Clue call her a biggin. Over the history, as you are fully aware of Brittany's time on YouTube, she has always morphed into, you know what Brittany has? She has imposter syndrome. Brittany mimics whoever she's around. And it's because internally she idolizes that person and she wants to be anybody but herself. And that's likely due to the fact that she has low self esteem, rightfully so, and has never taken the time to personally work on herself, take personal inventory of herself, and figure out who the fuck she is. So now she mirrors and parrots everybody around to create this false identity, which is why there's a different Brittany, as time goes on. There's the Brittany that is defeated and is a victim of all things and everything. And then there's the Brittany that has some people defending her. So now she's Billy Badass. Can't tell her nothing. She ain't afraid of nobody. Right? It's just, it's miraculous to me. And Brittany always has that one person she blames for everything. Everything. Maybe Kesh. BJ pokes at Clue and calls her biggin, but is so afraid of Clue she won an RO against her. Right. Right, Red Flats. I cried that for fucking years. Tell me I'm wrong, Monica. You know I ain't. She said they didn't take Craig's computer. Were they supposed to? Why? They didn't? She was shocked they didn't? Why'd she even say that? What does that mean? Are we supposed to? Now I'm like a little, I'm not going to lie. Just those words like cringe me out, especially all the other things I've heard of him saying all. Ew. She says she wants to do parodies. She does a parody every stream. She parodies me. She parodies Clue. She parodies Queen. She wants to do a parody. Fully informed about what, Straight Talker? I'm not. I don't pay attention to this shit much. She ain't going to use an attorney. Right. No family member is going to hear Brittany out and turn around to their family member and say, yeah, I'll represent her. They're going to say, yeah, bitch, we need to unplug you. That's what they're going to say. It was SWAT was linked to his gaming account. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the guy made a terroristic threat. I don't know if you guys realize that. Craig's not in that kind of trouble. Ew. Let me pull this up. They think we are terrorists? No, we think you're losers. Losers. With a capital L. Let's hear this.
I wish I could go on a campaign, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah. Pick up my tools and fucking change the world. As long as these bastards are here, it ain't gonna get better.
You can do that next.
Now, can anybody, first off, I don't know if you can even hear them because she has her music too loud. Where'd you get that idea from? What do you think that's going to do? Other than drain out the sounds of your snoring. Or maybe that's Queen's music. I don't know whose music that is, but that is too loud. Anyway, I don't know if you guys heard them, but this is Craig's direct quote. I want to do my own campaign, take my tools out and make changes. Like David, Caleb, and Jacob. Do you know who they were? They were January 6th rioters. That's a terroristic threat. That's a threat that's, yeah. I mean, that's a fucking threat.
I wish I could go on a campaign, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah. Pick up my tools and fucking change the world. As long as these bastards are here, it ain't gonna get better.
Long as these bastards are here, it ain't gonna get better. Who? Who's the bastards? Who are you threatening this way?
You can do
They're
that
gonna
next.
go to war against your children, against your house, your name.
He's threatening CPS. He's threatening his local law enforcement. You think maybe that's why they fucking called on you? You think maybe that may be why? And Reality talking about you can do that. Reality, shut the fuck up. You're the type of idiot to drive the getaway car and not even realize you're the getaway car. Shut the fuck up. You should go down too for being so fucking stupid and annoying. Let's hear it again.
You can do that
They're gonna
next.
go to war against your children, against your house, your nation, your freedom.
When they go against your children, your house, your nation, your freedom, what do you do for this world? What?
We just sit back and wait.
Greg, you can go to council meetings.
Somebody's gotta stand up like David, you know what I mean? Jacob, David.
There he goes, naming off the January 6th rioters. Rowdy's like, Craig, you could go to counseling.
But we all sit here and wait for somebody else to know.
The event's happening on the 6th, so.
That's scary.
Oh, so Rowdy, you knew what that meant. So you're up there cheerleading this man talking about doing a mass shooting, quite frankly. Call it what it is. And you're sitting up there encouraging that. I mean, you literally just said, you know what he's talking about. Let me play it back without interruption so you can all get the full grasp of what this man just said and why he may have gotten a call against him, idiots.
I wish I could go on a campaign, you know what I mean? Fuck yeah. Pick up my tools and fucking change the world. As long as these bastards are here, it ain't gonna get better.
You can do that
They're gonna
next.
go to war against your children, against your house, your nation, your freedom. And we just sit back and wait.
Greg, you can go to council meetings.
Somebody's gotta stand up like David, you know what I mean? Jacob, David. But we all sit here and wait for somebody else to know.
The event's happening on the 6th, so.
That's scary.
Brittany.
Oh, William Wallace.
Plasma
Like
jet.
William Wallace.
Say
like
what?
Scottish boy.
Say it again.
Something about the Scottish at the end. Interesting take. He just wants to take his tools and do a campaign. Oh boy. Well, you just heard. Reality said there's, the arrogance and entitlement of someone so lacking in work ethic, education, and intelligence is positively shocking. Why does he think the world owes him something when he contributes nothing? Perfectly said, Cinda. Thank you. You took the words out my mouth. You took the words out my mouth. The entitlement is unbelievable. And the fact that they say things like professional white people or, they look down on others. How the fuck do you think the world views you? How do you think the world looks at you two? You wouldn't know because you don't enter it. I mean, what the fuck? Played a video about a guy arrested January 6th. Ah, interesting. Interesting. Hey, Fanduzen. Reality loser. Craig would have been the guy on January 6th that tased himself in the balls by accident and died by it from a heart attack. I ain't going to argue that. The only thing I may argue is if he got balls, it could have been their local Ellie looking closer at him and then alerting the bigger boys to have a look. This is so more than just a sub calling. I agree because correct me if I'm wrong because I didn't follow along to her fabricated dramatics. But she's stating that the regular cops came out in the morning. By the afternoon, here comes the supposed SWAT, politest SWAT ever. They took off their hats. They asked Brittany to hold their gun as they took their shoes off so they didn't wake up the children. Politest, most outstanding SWAT team ever. There's a reason why then. And I wouldn't doubt if this is a case of, like you said, him being washed. These two have been under surveillance. Do you think so? I know that people associated to alleged Ricos are under surveillance. I just do not understand the mindset of I am owed happiness and prosperity solely by virtue of being born a white guy in America. You ever see his old videos? Why his channel was removed? You know, there's a lot of judgment over there by BJ and her little cohorts of that JT guy. My opinion, Craig is just like him. Even a cop in the morning was not from her local department. About time. About time that it says no contact at 4:30. Well, you know, Brandy, I said that day. Do you guys remember when she said CPS came out to her house and they closed out the case? And then a few hours later, she claimed CPS showed up again with a SWAT team. Put a 1 in chat if you remember that. Starlight remembers. Brandy remembers. I think that's because when they knocked on the door, they didn't answer the door. And because they didn't answer the door, they came back with backup. I think the same thing likely happened here. If there was no contact, that would make sense why they came back with more people. Oh, that's an interesting thought, Robert. Although people are saying they have the FOIA. I don't know. They hid, probably cowards. They probably weren't hiding. They were probably fucking sleeping. Are you kidding? They got to show up at 3 a.m. If not, Craigie Poo might get sick from the sun. We all know they don't open the door. Saddest thing I ever heard is when Brittany's own father wasn't allowed in that home. That right there is fucking concerning. That's sad. It says no contact made. Well, again, that explains why they came back with backup. We get an alarming call to go out. Nobody answers the door. Yeah, now we're going to come back with backup. Remember saying they're on a no? I know, I said that. She's a dang liar. We're on a no SWAT list. Our police is aware. They're watching our house for us. I can't do Cash App or wish list due to my restrictions. I put on my bank for protection. So a little something's worth something you want. Barbara, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think she was too, Jennifer, but I think I want to pull a Brittany and pretend I don't know that. Okay? I'm pulling a Brittany with my willful ignorance. They came back with backup, right? When they have served her with papers she's avoided from you? No. No, they would not. No, when they came back, they didn't make contact with the alias name. I haven't seen the FOIA, so I don't know what it says. They don't have the FOIA yet. It was a police call log to the address, I believe. No, people are saying they have the FOIA. I don't know how you got it. They got it so quickly, but people are saying they have the FOIA. Her kid had to wake her up again at 3 a.m. That's sad. That's so sad. And you people over there sit back and you fucking justify it and you coddle it and you make excuses for it. But let there be a true crime case where these similar things are part of the timeline and all of you would be fucking judgmental as hell. It's just fact. It's just a dispatch for you. That makes more sense. I know, Laura. Barbara, do you know that? So I heard last time that one of the times I was live, Barbara, you were generously tipping. And those guys over there were so angry thinking that it was USD. And they were pocket watching to see how much I made. And they're like, she just got 500. Morons. I feel since she only did not answer a door, she should be charged for that account. It costs to do everything after that point. Well, that's why I said there is a waste of resources, right? I mean, these guys got to get themselves ready to go out to this fucking roach-infested house. They ignore that it's 3 a.m. and the child has to wake her up. Of course they ignore it. They'll ignore it until something tragic happens. And then they'll pretend that they didn't fucking... Oh, boy. I'm telling you, this has all... You ever see, like, videos of, like, YouTubers' final moments? I think that's what we have coming in the future. People are saying that FOIA is a beach address. Is that true? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know how anybody get a FOIA that quick, though. So I don't know. I'd have to see it. We saw the reason, time, date, they were there, and what they listed the call as. If it's the, what did somebody just say it was? Dispatch for you? Yeah, they could get that. Maybe they got that while they wait for the other one. I don't know. I don't even know how to do it for you, to be honest. So, Shaman Day's till Granny's birthday. I mean, he really needs to quit threatening to harm people, though, because there will always be someone that hears that and calls. Yeah, and you know what? So, again, somebody sent me this the other day, and apparently it had Brittany pretty upset. So, let's take a quick little listen, shall we? Somebody with a lick of sense. I don't know if they have a lick of sense. I haven't listened. I'm just taking a wild gander here. But I appreciate anybody that doesn't go with the with their clicks, majority think. Sick of hearing reality say this is Brittany's job. All this affecting her health, etc. Well, if my job has caused me that much problem, I find another job. Yeah. Can you imagine Watermelon Moonshine? What kind of fucking idiot you'd have to be to go clock into a job every day where you claim that it gives you anxiety, stomach knots, you can't sleep, you're being harassed, you're being threatened, you're being stalked, you're being chased after by a Rico. I mean, come on. Grow the fuck up. Reality, you are the biggest enabler ever. I mean, you really are like a moron. You're just an absolute moron. SWAT stood in the front yard and discussed whether or not to kick door in. Yeah. They probably did rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see who the fuck has to go in that door. Ew, just shake it off. Grain, don't sit near me in that courtroom, bitch. We don't want your roaches. Clue and Clee's timeline of when she deleted a huge number of views videos tracks with speculation of them being watched for a while, in my opinion. I have not, Muffy, but I know that Brittany deleted all that because she had the intent of hiring an attorney to take down our channels and hide her dirty work. Although she's under a preservation letter, so FOIA the FOIA because she doesn't want anyone to get it. She doesn't want to know who did it. Well, people got it. Her kids taken and placed in a corrupt system where they would most likely be abused. Who wants that, Truck You? I certainly don't. And I don't believe they would end up in a system. I think they would end up with grandparents or family members, or it takes a lot for kids to be taken from their parents. I mean, we cover true crime over here. We know how much it takes. Nobody's trying to have that happen that I'm aware of. And if you are, well, I bet I don't know. It's not my business. Roberta, thank you for being a member for 14 months. She was hiding evidence of her own dirty dealings. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. It was roach protective gear. I never call him because I ain't never been in her life and won't, and I do not care. I'm with you. I think everybody needs to stop calling. I mean, the bitch loves it. Haven't you all realized it? You're not saving anybody. You're not helping anybody. You're lining her pockets with a perfect fucking grift. Matter of fact, I went it out and she did it herself. She's been looking for a reason to need fucking money. Oh my God, BJ was talking about how HR and other jobs would have done something about people who she claims. Does she realize that we're self-employed? We're contractors? We don't have an HR? I don't think the girl's ever worked a day in her life to understand what a work would or wouldn't do. Welcome to adulthood, idiot. Pay your taxes. Which closed with CPS. They're not, I don't think they're closed. I about fell out when she said something about going to online HR to complain about being bullied in the workplace. You are the bully. You're a cry bully. You guys know what a cry bully is? I bet you Brittany's photo comes up. Warrant served on her address. Warrants for what? A cry bully describes someone who acts aggressively or bullies others while simultaneously playing the victim or claiming to be oppressed, often using tears or victimhood to manipulate situations, deflect criticism, or gain sympathy, especially seen on college campuses or online where power dynamics are blurred. As an oxymoron highlighting the paradoxical behavior of people using perceived weakness or emotion to wield power, confusing who the real victim or aggressor is in digital or complex social settings. That, my friends, is Brittany. There's so many of them. I heard the other day, I was in hey, PsyOps. I was over in Nonsense the other day, and I heard Brittany say she has never seen anybody be go at every day like she is. You're a fucking liar. You created a channel called Recliner Survivor, where you sat over there and had emotional support meetings for surviving a YouTuber. You ganged up on Natasha Cooper every fucking day with the rest of us. And then you replaced Natasha with me. And every day you wake up, from the moment you woke up till you finally went live at night, you were in every fucking chat that was going at me. The name they asked about apparently when they came was the Craig Blackman. BJ claimed the police messed up. Well, that name associated with a homicide investigation. The police messed up, and despite court hearings and getting copies, she never fixed the name. They never fixed the name. No, Lovey, that would be the last thing on my mind. Aggressive behavior. They initiate conflict, spread rumors, or act confrontationally. When challenged, they shift to tears, emotional distress, or claim persecution. They use perceived fragility to control narratives or avoid accountability. Their bullying might stem from a position of perceived strength, like a celebrity fandom, or weakness, like a student in a sensitive environment. Oh, social media, where anyone can feel powerful yet powerless. This is so her. What kind of nasty things? I don't think Brittany does anything. I don't think she does anything. Yeah, he must have gave the wrong name. Like, you didn't correct it? You didn't, officer, you have the wrong last name here. Exactly. Loki's mom. She's never seen anybody go through what she goes through. You're the idiot that keeps engagement. I can't. Excuse me, Nelly. All right. Anyway, I'm going to play a little bit of this stream. Give me just a quick second to get to the part I want. Oh, dang, I was listening for a second, but they started off hot. I don't even got to go to a certain spot. Hold on. Let me pull my photo forward. I will drop their link in the chat. They jump right to it. I'm going to feed Nelly too.
The mic.
For income.
The soup is evil, y'all. I'm going to make a really plain statement today. Y'all come on in. Let me get some coffee. The evil soup. I can't believe she said that. Y'all in here yet? There we are. Y'all come on in. The soup is here. The old evil soup. What's wrong, Brittany?
Soup.
Yeah.
I can't even believe you said this.
Brittany can't believe I said something.
Said this, and stands on it.
But Granny, vultures are her friends. They're all so fat and well fed. Are vultures not attracted to dead meat? Oh, that's a good one. Actually, guess what? I was just thinking of something. They are watching Craig for some reason. I agree with that. Yeah, Starlight. I get it. I don't listen much, so I don't know. B Tim, are you still here? Remind me to tell y'all something funny. Something funny I seen the other day.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you.
Go ahead.
This is a part of the problem. It's what she's about to say.
Get into it.
Yep, Erica. Thank you, Sasha.
These people and out to continue to do it because.
Oh yeah, it's my fault.
Take all this shit.
So somehow it's the old big bad soup. I am too.
When does she blame her? Did she? Because I did walk away for a minute, so I don't know if she blamed her, but she mentioned that her boyfriend, LOL, has episodes. Exactly. And then these people saying like he's going through something and poor him. You are verifying people's concerns, morons. Unbelievable.
Matter of fact, I want to see this sub count go down because fuck you. I am not in the mood. Half of y'all really don't even fuck with me anyway. You come here in hopes, and if it don't apply, just let it fly. You come here in hopes that I'm going to windmill for Brittany. If that's what you're here for, get the fuck out now.
Because most of your crew does. Why is that? No, Gare. The Watchman is being watched. Ooh. What was being said at all? She can stay on YouTube, but it's her choice. Right, fight. Keep going. At some point, you could be what's called dead right.
So Brittany over here whine-assing around because I suggest maybe if things are getting this bad for you,
common sense.
Go and be with your children. Thank you, Chaos Queen. I appreciate that. That makes seriously, Brittany?
Well, maybe this will open some of their eyes, Peekaboo, to what Brittany's been doing for the past 4 fucking years of being on YouTube, twisting everything into her being a victim. That's exactly right on par with her. It's infuriating, isn't it? Quite infuriating. Hear how angry Soup is? Now imagine she accused you of fucking running a RICO operation. Okay? Imagine that. Imagine you had to pay thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of thousands of thousands to beat an accusation that this freak put on you and your local neighborhood. And you people over there act like she's a fucking victim. Exactly. This is why you don't white knight for BJ. She will turn on you with the quickness. Oh, Wheezy Poon over there.
That upset you? Let's listen to this.
It's Brittany's fault. It's Craig's fault.
It is.
Nobody else's fault but ours.
Who the fuck else's fault would it be that you decide to go live and broadcast this type of behavior? Who else's fault could it be? And you know what? That's why shit will never get better for her. Because in her little world, it is everybody else's fault. Never her own. It's unbelievable. Zero self-accountability.
No one ever said that, but go ahead, girl. You go ahead and be victim.
I said it.
Log off.
People did say it.
That's her fault. Okay. Well,
yeah, it is your fault. Log the fuck off and get yourself together, bitch. Five Raider, thank you for being a member for 8 months. Woo.
You can say that all you want. I hope it don't happen to you.
Oh, is that a dog whistle, Brittany? Dog whistle. Dog whistle. I hope that doesn't happen to anybody else. Hope that doesn't help it. Oh, no. Put a 1 in the chat if Brittany's saying, I hope it doesn't happen to you. If we want to label that as a dog whistle. I do. Putting a 1 for myself. Dog whistle. Are you inciting people to call on others, Brittany? Sounds like it.
Hold on a minute. And
No.
Also,
why don't you get off
when
for a
you
minute?
say shit like this, just remember you're potentially giving people ideas.
I'm giving people ideas.
Oh, well, then you just gave people ideas to do it to the people you dislike so they can understand what it feels like. There you go.
Is y'all. You hear this shit? Thank you. Somebody else sent a gift. Thank you so much, Bucci. Chaos Queen. Thank you. I want y'all to listen to this with me. I am so sick of this whine-assing around. I am like, how many times do I have to state what has been done is wrong? But at what point do you take some type of accountability?
Oh, I don't know. What's funny is I've been saying the same fucking thing, right? I've been saying the same fucking thing. I don't like what's going on. It's gone too far. I think it's wrong. But yet everybody's still the big bad bully. She only hears what she wants to fucking hear. Right? I'm not holding on.
As well, with Craig in the background sounding off. That same night
that he said you're higher
or the
than
next
me?
night you had him on.
She
after
loved it.
you said
I know. She's
Craig
louder
ain't going to
than
be
me.
in the background no more. I want y'all to listen to what the soup said.
Oh no. Did she accuse you of saying something you didn't say? How aggravating. I wish,
And ultimately, you
I wish I was only accused of doing things on YouTube. That would be great. You know.
obviously probably do not have any type of common sense. So that we have, I guess, SRT
Give me a second.
teams. I wonder if
It is Tripper. Hey, Jamie.
You know who claimed they know who called? Her own fucking sub. Country guy or something. Country guy. He said he knows exactly who called.
services. I wonder if Child Protective Services, this is just a thought, could
No.
put an order in place for Brittany to have to stay off of YouTube
What the
because
fuck,
it's
dude?
What the fuck? What? Accountability? Stop wasting local resources? Be a better parent? What the fuck?
she's putting herself and her children mainly in danger.
Fucking
Where
right.
you've
she is.
become a
Really?
target now.
Yes.
You become a target, bitch.
Really?
Yes.
A big old fat target, motherfucker. Big old biggin.
Yes.
And just takes
Really?
Yes.
This is old.
Child Protective Services would order.
Brittany's like, this is, oh, really? Really? Notice how Brittany is able to breathe during these moments. Notice how Brittany doesn't wheeze in between speaking here. Oh, Wolf Rider, don't you worry about that. She's able to just talk. No. Isn't that amazing? It just infatuates me that there's moments where this bitch is not grasping for air. Only during true crime is this bitch out of breath. It's almost like she can't fucking stand it, so she's falling asleep. I mean, what would I know, though?
Somebody to do that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not.
And please remember, I am not I know some of y'all like Brittany, and that's okay.
So if you, let me ask y'all, if you had half the damn internet coming at you, calling CPS on you.
See, that's part of the issue because she doesn't have half the damn internet. We are a tiny little piss in the bucket of the internet. She doesn't have half the internet. Let's not exaggerate this bitch as well as me. It's not that big of people coming after her and the reality of how big the internet is. Okay. And she doesn't have half the internet calling CPS on her. She has some jackass deciding to take it into their own hands because they hear or see things that brings them to the point where they want to contact CPS. Oh yeah, individual. Absolutely, Cash. They're awarded per individual. No. So legal fees are jointly or severally, meaning once the judge makes the ruling on how much they owe me in legal fees and how much they owe barbecue, we then get to decide if we want to go after all of them for the money or if we want to seek out one of them. So for example, I can say, oh, you know what? I'm going to have At Night Media pay this cost. And then the other then At Night Media has to turn to the other plaintiffs to get that money back. But when it comes to damages, it goes per person. And I'm not still sure that she was on some kind of substance. Oh, absolutely. And BJ talks about every single person that covers her. So they respond, facts.
Having you swatted, what would you do? What's more important to you? Ain't nobody telling this bitch to get off here. Clearly, you're not going to.
You know what's funny? And I'm curious. So any of you that pay attention to them, let me know. But I said the same thing a few months back. And the response from a certain little sector over there was that Brittany has a right to be online. Right? Anybody else recall that? Brittany has a right to be online. When I simply said exactly what this person's saying. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. Shauna, thank you so much for the membership milestone. Thank you for being a member for 11 months. I appreciate you, lady. And she wasn't swatted, nor is half the internet after Beach. Right. I agree. Those dramatics are what makes it, It's not half the internet. You know how large the fucking internet is? I mean, you know. Yep.
How
yep,
about
yep.
two things can be true at the same time? Some changes need to be made.
Hey, Olap.
Especially, yeah, I think I'd take a break. Yeah, it's right now.
Starts with S and ends with boxing.
I think I'd take, and it doesn't look to me like there's any end in fucking sight. But every time she I swear she's her own worst enemy, reacts to them, she contributes to it. Yes.
Exactly.
And I get not laying down and cowering down.
Is it cowering down though? Or is it putting priorities above your fucking perceived ego? Which one do you guys think it is? Do you think it would be cowering down or prioritizing things that actually fucking matter? Thank you, Lizzie. Love you too, girl. 1 month away. Well, I mean, what at what point do you decide that your real life and your children and your health and happiness, and especially theirs, should become before all things? There ain't no fucking reason neither of these two could go get a real world job. None. Right. It's a big ass ego. She lives for this. When are these people going to realize? It sounds like this particular one has, but when are they going to realize that this bitch thrives and this type of shit? This is what she loves. She ain't a fucking victim. She's the perp.
But there has to be a solution here. If you're
How about the solution should have been, instead of asking your audience for $10K for a lawyer and using all of our names to incite hate, donos, you should have been honest that you wanted that lawyer for Craig, and or like I suggested back then, how about you fucking ask for a couple dollars so you can log off for a month or two and get your shit together? How about that? You know how many people would easily support that? And this idea, reality, and all you other morons that believe if she misses a day of streaming and impacts her income so much, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Missing a day of live streaming is not going to make or break somebody. Stop adding to the bitch's dramatics and that is such a big deal. It's not. Some of us, unfortunately, are unable to fucking go live for days on end because of the shit that heifer has done. Don't tell me about taking a loss to income when she's out here costing people thousands of dollars.
Look, if they keep coming at you for the same thing, Craig, in the background, you have your own subscribers and mods telling you, God, get rid of Craig. Is that his name? Greg or Craig, whatever. Maybe take that in a little bit. You don't have to leave, but acting like a little victim right here because you don't like what I said, this is 90% of your damn problem.
Yes, it is. Somebody with a lick of sense over there. Thank you.
Able to see both sides.
No, you're not. No, the
and that's
fuck
just
you're
the way
not.
it is.
You know what she
Isn't it amazing how Billy Badass she is here? No, you're not. No, the fuck you're not. And you know why she's Billy Badass right now? Because she has some of the other creators back her up on this victimhood. So now she's Billy Badass once again. She ain't a victim of nobody until that dies down. Then she's the crying, withering, fragile fucking freak over there, needing everybody to hold her up because she can't take it no more, y'all. She goes live 2 times a day on both channels, sometimes more. I don't know how people fucking do it, dude. I really don't. I mean, I get it, you know, but at the same time, I couldn't imagine withering away and just sitting at the computer. I get money is important, but so is personal health and mental health and hygiene and your household.
wants 100% loyalty.
Yep. Told y'all that.
You
don't
ain't getting
listen.
that from me. I'm not your friend. I never was your friend.
Told y'all that a while
I see
ago.
what's happening. I don't like it, but you're insane,
Yep.
bitch.
It's a woefully predictable cycle.
I'll drag you for filth
Well, that's
and
what she
never
is.
once make a phone call.
Well, that's what she is. Guess what? Most of us have drug her for filth and never once made a phone call either. But y'all keep saying they did it. Half the internet's calling CPS on her. No, it was probably somebody in her own fucking chat.
See, I'm able to keep it online.
And we're not.
So saying what's happening is wrong isn't enough. You have to serve a purpose to Brittany. Either you're all in as a supporter, or she wants to portray you as an enemy so she can be your victim. Oh, God,
Oh, ain't that such a statement? Who remembers when I said the same fucking thing? Do you know I defended Brittany about her family tree being put out? You know what she said? She said, I only said that because I'm jealous of the money they're making. You're a sick motherfucker if that's the way you think. See, that's you projecting that you're jealous of the money people are making. That wasn't my thought. She don't appreciate nothing. Either you literally suck the heifer's ass or you're no good to her. And she wants to make sure nobody sees you in any type of good light. That's what she's doing to you right now.
loves it. Thank you, A-Mac.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never forget it.
Wait a minute. Is that A-Mac?
I'll
That's
look up
A-Mac. Where you been? It's so good to see. It doesn't move me. It doesn't make me feel bad. It pisses me off.
Oh, imagine that.
This need
Right.
to
Amy.
always.
Like, when will these people acknowledge that the first person to go real life was Brittany? In a dramatic fucking way. She didn't just go real life. She went real life, costing almost a year plus of my life now, tens of thousands of dollars, and the awareness on a missing child. Because it's not just people in this little shitty sector that stopped talking about Sebastian Rogers. It's the bigger channels too that wanted nothing to do with this. And there's admittedly people that have the credentials to help find this child that didn't want to enter this messy little fucking arena because of it. Because of what they did.
Make yourself a victim and make everybody the enemy. Oh, my God.
Thank
She
you.
said maybe I should take a break. Do you see her picking on me? This is stupid, Brittany. Let's listen to a little bit more of this.
Why is everybody
Okay,
on me?
so you're cool. Oh my God, I'm gonna try to calm down.
Sure
You
have.
better.
You're cool with.
No, I'm not cool with it, bitch.
Stands on it. Well, you stand
But then you must, I mean, never mind.
on it, 10 toes down. You
What if she got 9 toes? How often do you stand on 10 toes? I don't think you stand very often at all. Matter of fact, I'll never forget you got up to show a troll that you actually have legs and you almost fell the fuck over. She weeble wobbled. I never seen no shit like it. It was a struggle to get out the chair and then it was a struggle to maintain standing up.
stand on
It's 12. Ask the bee. She's got 12 of them.
that shit.
She don't care. Silence. Mhm.
What the? I'm sorry. Listen, Linda. That is
Listen,
not okay.
Shut the fuck up. What are you going to do about it?
Hey,
though?
dummy, you want to play me where I ever said any of this was okay? This is why I would
Man.
never, ever,
What? Never ever what?
like, I can't help it. I see
This is why you would never ever what? I want to hear the rest.
her. I've always seen her.
Oh, you have. You just
Let's listen
defended
to
it
a little
by-
bit more of this whine assing around.
You know, it's funny because I see right now there's a thumbnail that says like I am apparently I'm Satan, right? Oh no, did Brittany say you're the devil? Like these people get so upset about that, okay? And I get it. There's nothing more infuriating than a piece of shit trying to make you out to be somebody you're not. But y'all still went back and fed the bitch her victimhood after she used the missing child's name to file the first successful anti-SLAPP in PA history. But that's not going real life. Does it get any more real life than that? This bitch really thought that she was going to have me placed in jail for 20 years. Where's that? Where would that put my children? What about my children? Does anybody else's kids on here fucking matter or only hers? What impact do you think it's had on my children having to pay attorney fees? What impact do you think it's had on my children seeing me in a bad mental state? but only her children matter, right? Because only her children are fucking heard and constantly used as a shield, so only they fucking matter. And it's the most backwards thinking I've ever fucking came across.
Hi. Log off. What you think's gonna happen? There's gonna be a new one.
Oh, now she's the martyr, y'all. If I log off, they're going to go after somebody else. Why? Because that's what you've always done, Brittany? Natasha, me, Melissa, me. You've always had a target.
Right, Shady. I don't get it. There's gonna be a new person.
Yeah, put us
to
in
take
jail.
up exactly.
I guarantee, and I'd put money on it, the first person that's going to need bail money will be that household.
What they're doing to me, and they're gonna do it to somebody else.
I'm a martyr now, y'all. I'm taking one for the team.
I cannot believe she said that.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Dramatic,
I cannot
right?
believe she said that.
I
You
know.
would
It's
have
like,
thought I told her to jump off a bridge.
oh, maybe you
It's
should
the
have.
dramatics for me.
That's what she's always done for us.
Real. Thank you, Momo. I'm sorry I'm not looking at chat. Thank you, Momo.
Yep.
Team
Nobody
plague
else
on
matters,
both their houses. Fuck Clue and fuck you.
Mm.
All you real life weirdos. Fuck all y'all. I said
BJ's not a weird, real life weirdo, though, right? She's not one of them.
what I said.
I don't think anybody heard. to be
Nowhere in that live did I say what happened to Brittany is so amazing and wonderful. But that's what she wants. Do you see how she has to make herself a victim to everything?
Yes. We've been calling it out for years. Hello. Welcome to the party.
Good. You don't put somebody's live up and just play it on another platform without commentary.
I know that's right. I know,
You cannot with this chick. It's just like that other side. You got to see it completely the way they see it, or you're a Brittany simp. Or if you don't see it 100% the way Brittany sees it, you're just some big bad bully.
Now, here's the thing, right? I have never called anybody that has ever visited my chat and Brittany's chat a Brittany simp. I understand that there are people that don't see it yet, and I respect that. And every person that has left Brittany's chat and came over here, we have never held it against them. Because I get this, reality, you're an accomplice in stupidity, bitch. Coming in late, talk about BJ's last fake swat. Yes, ma'am. Show did. That lying ass bitch.
Look, I am being so dead serious when I say this. If you are here because you think I am a BJ fan or simp, this ain't the place for you.
Exactly.
First of all, why are you subscribing to people?
See, now ain't that something, right? She just said that's how other people act, but she just said it herself. That's how you act. If people are there because they support Brittany and they want you to support Brittany, they should leave.
When you don't even fuck with them. You're just here because you think they like your favorite YouTuber or something. Is that not weird?
No, it's the way YouTube is.
Exactly.
You know
Nobody agrees with anybody 100% of the time.
But then how come it's always thrown in our faces like, oh, you're friends with Clue. Oh, you're friends with Queen. Well, why is it always the excuse that nobody agrees with anybody 100% of the time when it's convenient to use, right? It's unbelievable to me.
But this is the mentality that is now YouTube. Oh, you must agree 100% of the time or you're just a horrible person. Get the fuck out of here.
No, that's Brittany's mentality. I've always maintained that I speak against people when I think they're doing something wrong, regardless if it's popular or not. You know, the difference is it gets drowned out because that bitch switches everything to make herself a victim.
I am not for everybody. I'm not for a lot of y'all.
We know.
And some of y'all I like. I actually like y'all. But I see that this dedication to lifting up Brittany and never holding her accountable is seriously, that's mainly your concern. Not saying, hey, you know what, Brittany? What is the problem with taking a minute?
Right.
What is the problem with checking in with your mental health?
Right. Because they don't really care about her. They're all hate bonding. Exactly, May. That's true.
When something like this happens to you, it has to affect you. We can get on here and act like we're all big and bad and nothing ever.
Well, do you think it affects her, or do you think it's a vindication for her? Because never once, the first thing I recall Brittany saying is, I'm vindicated. Not, this has been traumatic for my kids. That all came after others said it. Has anybody noticed that with Brittany? Hey, nonsense. Has anybody noticed that with Brittany? That is always after others say, like, bring in the things that matter, that suddenly that matters to her. And yeah, this could have traumatized my kids. But why did it take another creator to say that for you to fucking say it? Because what comes to Brittany's mind first is herself. Hence why she is what she is, which is a deadbeat fucking mother.
That's bullshit. CPS showing up at my house, a bunch of cops then showing back up later on that night is going to affect me. Now you can.
I had CPS show up at my child's school because of Brittany. I will absolutely put that on Brittany every day of the week. Because Brittany went live and said that me or my mods called her kid's school and that he had to be checked. Now, ironically, when CPS showed up this year, she says the first time she's ever been visited by CPS. But she sure as fuck lied back then, right? Didn't even know what happened. Very next day, I'm live paying respects to Heels in the Air when I get the phone call that my kid's school was called. But only Brittany's ever experienced any of this, right? Only Brittany has ever had anything bad happen to her on YouTube. Do you know the bitch was never even doxxed until she signed her name and address in this litigation? Such a victim of the internet since 2022, but she was never even fucking doxxed until she self-doxxed herself. Obviously self-doxxed herself.
Pretend it doesn't, but I don't believe that. I would take a minute. But that, me saying.
You went immediately to sending her mods pictures and making a thumbnail. That's how much it fucking impacted her. She's not a normal person. She's not your average person. She's a narcissist, in my opinion. She doesn't feel what other people feel.
And me saying that has made me some evil. Oh my God, I can't believe she said that. Get the fuck out of here. You old watered down, wimpy, no backbone having bunch of Karens. I have never seen a sector where it's like, who do you stand with? Oh my God, I got to make sure you're 100% with who I'm with. Oh God, I'm unsubscribing. You done pissed me off. Get it.
You've never witnessed a sector that's done that? This sector has done that for years prior to Brittany becoming such a piece of shit. Hi, SueTube. Thank you for asking. So I was sued. They filed in October. I was served in November with the allegations of operating a RICO and helping hide a missing child. And it's still going on.
Get together. Tighten up, soldier. Tighten up. God dang. Thank you, Lacey. I have never seen a bunch of weak ass mofos. Do you agree with me? Well, not 100%. Here's how I feel about it. Oh my God, I'm done. I can't take it no more. How do you?
Thank you, May. Those people either got off the internet or delete all those lives, so you can't find them unless you were aware and already screen recording all those. It was a multi-panel attack nightly on GW. Literally, the moment I woke up till I went to bed, there were live streams about me, day in and day out. And who was right there in the center of it all? BJ. Oh, I know, Liplock. Same thing happened to me when I became friendly with Queen.
How do y'all make it out in the real world? How did you make it on social media? It's been around for a long time. How? That's right, Bufords. I ain't for everybody, and that's okay. Do you think you're going to get 100% of me agreeing with Brittany all the time? You done lost your mind. Absolutely not.
I agree.
Absolutely not. What is so wrong with me saying, Take a minute. Girl,
I
your
know.
mental health is more important than this. But that makes me the bad guy. Let's listen to a little bit more of this. Let's get my blood pressure up a little bit.
Well, if you can build your case. I'm putting my kids in danger, and CPS, she wonders if CPS would put an order in to make me log off.
Yes, I do wonder that.
Yeah, they should. I think they should. I think if you're not adult enough or concerned enough or mother enough to do what's right for your children, then unfortunately the state should step in, likely like they did for the first set.
I do. Would CPS say, look, since you're having so much trouble with social media right now, let me get a drink of my coffee.
And you know, the first thing I did, Miss Liverbird, when all that took place, the first thing I did was acknowledge it was my motherfucking karma. And first thing I did was say, you know what? I did this with these same people against somebody else, and I deserve what is happening. And I'm going to reevaluate how the fuck I got here, why the fuck I did what I did, and I'm going to make the changes necessary. That's the difference between her and I, because I don't need validation from the internet. I appreciate it. I like it, but I don't need it.
Since you're having so much trouble with most of your issues are coming from social media, I do wonder, would CPS say, let's just put a limit? I don't know.
She admitted CPS said to her, can't you log off? She admitted CPS said that. But then again, she lies about everything, so who the fuck knows?
It's not me saying, oh, CPS should make you get off of here. Shut the fuck up. You turn everything. You are the definitions of mountains out of molehills.
She's the size of a mountain, too, while sitting next to a mole.
She's entitled to her opinion, absolutely, and I'm entitled to mine.
Well, you're going to hear mine.
I'm going to play that
And
one more
mine.
time.
Play it again, Sam.
I can't even believe that.
Oh, dear God.
I mean, is that really where you're at?
That's where I'm at. I said what I said, Brittany. I don't stutter. Okay? I said what the fuck.
She stutters and she grasps for air. Unless she's doing drama, then she's fully capable of completing a thought. You said you were becoming what you came here to bring awareness to, and you didn't want that. So you took a break to evaluate yourself. Yep. Thank you guys for staying through all of that, too. I really appreciate it. How a mother never ever speaks about her other 3 kids. Do you know, even on when she talked to Team YouTube, she told them, I'm a mother of 3 and I need money for Christmas. She even lied to fucking YouTube about how many kids she has. How sick is that? It makes you wonder, what's wrong with those 2 boys that you won't acknowledge them? I imagine that's how they feel too. She can't leave YouTube because that's the only place anyone cares about her. Fact, Nikki. Absolutely agree.
Fuck I said. Now get into it.
Bitch.
When your buddy sits up, I know your girl don't like me. Hey, so
Oh my God.
go ask Six Up when she's going to apologize
One person is
for framing
disturbing.
me.
What?
For framing
The
you.
actual when is 6 Up going to apologize for framing you?
Framing
Look.
you. She always uses these dramatic terms that she really don't understand the meaning to. Stalked, harassed, bullied, framed, incitement, SWAT. She don't even fucking understand the definition of the words that she uses. You were framed? You're so fucking dramatic. Shut the fuck up and get some counseling, bitch.
You're starting to sound like Ziggy.
When she going to apologize for uploading a clip and accusing me of making transphobic comments and shit that I've never made?
I guess you better ask 6 Up about that.
I told everybody that wasn't BJ, but she sure supported it when it took place. She sure supported it when that was taking place. She sat right there in the chat. Matter of fact, I believe it was Laura who had us both on panel to confront Brittany, and suddenly her internet was breaking out, y'all. She was in the car with Craig and the kids, driving, sitting on a panel to argue with me. And what do you know? She was a victim in the chat that day, too. Because I literally told my supporters, now, don't say nothing to her in the chat. She'll cry she's being dogpiled. She sat there. She supported that bigotry. She supported the disgusting remarks that were being made. She had no problem with it. She fucking supported it, advertised it, and licked it up because that person was going at me at the time.
Won't you ask her? She's got a microphone. I promise you she'll use it.
Wasn't it Breaking Chains? So sick.
How
She's
about the
such
ones
a
reading
sick
DV
bitch.
reports about victims?
You dumb, silly, dizzy, ding dong bitch. How many times do I have to say? See what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what you say.
It doesn't matter if you apologize that the report was read and take it the fuck down either. She'll then use that as a reason she threw you in a RICO 7 months prior. The bitch is fucking insane. You can't beat insanity. The only thing this bitch was ever successful at is showing everybody she's a weak spine fucking jellyfish of a person.
That was one of the worst things I've ever seen done to anybody on YouTube, reading a
that's a
DV
damn
report.
lie,
But
was it?
because I am not
It's okay to put up people's medical reports. It's okay to reach out to people's abusers. It's okay to do all of that, right? She's addicted and obsessed with the attention. I agree, Krabby. I've been saying that for years.
100% with her. It doesn't matter what you say. Where am I? TT, who's TT?
Who the fuck gives a
Yeah,
fuck what Angela says?
I'm feeling I'm not feeling manipulated, but I sense the manipulation. Am I 6 up? Am I her mama? Exactly. Why am I responsible for what she done or what she said?
That's a great question. Now I want to know why I'm responsible for what Clue or what Queen or what Nonsense has done or said, and why they are responsible for what I say or do. That's a great question, isn't it? One I've been asking for fucking years now.
She sure does, Linz.
Of course she is.
Here,
That's
Lee.
why she's been
How about the
divorced
ones
5 times.
swatting and calling CPS lead? How about the ones obsessed?
I agree.
BJ, you did have CPS called on me.
I agree. And I said that, but I see that you're only focused on
Oh, right.
the criticism,
Good.
the little bit of criticism towards you.
How about filing a RICO against somebody? How about that? Holy fuck. Why doesn't anybody ever call her out on that shit? Because you don't like me? What if it was your fucking friend? What if it was you? What if you woke up one day to a knock at your door from a sheriff and a pile of papers accuse you of operating a fucking RICO? Does it get any more like real life than that? I'm sorry, it is asinine to think a wellness check or reading a DV report is worse than accusing somebody of operating a RICO in their fucking neighborhood where my family resides. I'm so sick of people sprinkling over that because you don't fucking like us. I swear to God, if I had the means, the fucking ability, the money, and or the education, I would file a fucking frivolous lawsuit against every single one of these motherfuckers so they could feel how it feels. It's not just about the money, and I'm so sick of people saying it didn't cost me a penny. Fuck you, you dumb fucking assholes. Fuck the money. I will never get back the year of my life that it fucking drained me of. I will never get back the actual sleepless nights. I will never get back the depressive fucking moments when I sat in bed for a fucking week. For all you people, it's always about money.
You don't hear nothing else, do you, Brittany? You are the definition of a Barney Fife. You shoot yourself in the foot. You're like that person. There's a hole in your boat. And instead of plugging the
2 Halloweens, 2 summers, 2 birthdays, 2 Christmases.
hole, you go and shoot 5 more. You understand me?
And over the one person lead. How about that? We don't hear your kids very rarely. How about law enforcement go after people using minors' voice clips? The fuck?
I wish they would, Shady.
You want police to go after people for playing your streams where you allow your children to be heard? You want people arrested because your kid called you a fucking fatty? Really? You're a dumbass bitch. You have no business ever doing true crime. You are a waste of police resources. You're a wasteful piece of shit. Sue me for that again. You're a dumbass bitch. Dumbass bitch. You want people arrested because we hear your son clapping to wake you the fuck up? No wonder people call on you. You have zero accountability.
Yeah, incitement. Oh, Crafty.
Incitement.
Six Up took a audio
My
of a
God.
lady named Truth Teller who was shouting her opinions on the trans community.
Who the fuck? I don't even know who this is.
She was simply shouting her opinion on the trans community. Is that what Brittany just said? Is that what you just dismissed that fucking clip to be? Hold on. In case some of you didn't fucking hear it, let me go ahead and play you what her best friend at the time had to say and the countless nasty things this woman said. Because that was just a smidgen of it. How about when she stole a woman's iPhone? How about when she was driving around fucking drunk? And Angela, you were right there through all of this too. Oh, where'd it go?
So beautiful.
Hold on. Somehow I messed it up. But I'll tell you, Punta Cana was a lot better than this shit. All right, here it is.
Now, do you want to go into how I feel about the trans debate? Fuck transgender. I said it. Fuck transgender.
You know what Brittany's response to all of this was? After I played all the way through? During Dockner, sorry, I don't even know the word. She can't take her kids to the library, y'all, because they let transgender people read books there. That was her response to it.
Fuck them. Fuck them for everything they stand for and fuck them for who they are. Anything else? Do you have other questions? Now, do you want to go into how I feel about the trans debate? Fuck transgender.
This was also the same woman that kept calling me a HOOK nose as a Jewish woman. And then I had to fight with these fucking pieces of shit on if I'm Jewish or not. But yeah, you're not a bigot, Brittany. You're not a piece of shit that supported this and fucking advertised it, sat on panels with it. No, not you. So the fuck what? That she mixed you up with the person that actually said it. It's who the fuck you were. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me play the rest of them for you too while we're at it. Here's where the drunken woman stole somebody's phone and laughed about it. Driving.
Hold on one more second. Hold on one more second. Hello?
It wasn't her, agent.
I don't care what the fuck you do. If you want it, come get it.
This is a stolen iPhone.
Hold on one more.
This is what Brittany sat with. Oh, let's go over to this clip. Hold on. That's not all you sat with at that time, right? You want to talk about going real life? Did you not sit with a woman who sat on your panel and called the IRS against me? Huh? You act like you've never done shit, Brittany.
Oh, and you think telling everybody that you have messages where I threaten CPS? Girl, I said to you, you know, it's dumb of you to go apologize to Natasha's people, because if they still want to call CPS on you, they very well could. And maybe I could do it myself.
I ain't even going to play this one because it's just going to cause problems. But we all know who you sat with at that time, Brittany. We all know exactly who you sat with and the shit that was being said and done. Always a victim of somebody, right? Always a fucking victim.
Let me see what y'all are saying.
Never
Who's the truth
accountability.
teller. Excellent role. Wait, hold on. Play nice. I'm like,
BJ would miss her own streams to sit on TT's panel as she was threatening my minor at the time child and doxing my address. Absolutely. She knew what she was doing. The bitch was right there in it.
I'm like you. I stick up for my own words. No one exactly. Hey, Jenny B. Who is truth teller?
It don't matter.
I don't know what's going on. Who is truth?
Took that clip because it was just the audio. She played the audio and told everybody that it was me. Then she went a step further and gave Julie Skolnick the audio and told
BJ is going to pay in a separate filing. I have a judgment against Brittany right now. All I have to do is go in front of the judge to verify what the cost will be. That's where Brittany's going to owe.
Julie Skolnick that it was me.
Right.
Skolnick uploaded that audio, reported me to
Yep.
the agency.
Mixie sure was.
I don't even have a. Does anybody know what this dummy's talking about? She's not even here no more. I don't even know who truth teller is. So Brittany wants me to take care of something I wasn't even here for. You're insane, girl. You know it.
Actually, you all were here. Y'all were here when it happened. You may not remember it, but you were all here.
Go ahead and shoot your boat some more.
Being homophobic and transphobic.
I filed
And
it.
argued.
Oh, now she wants to admit it was homophobic and transphobic. Remember at the time she was justifying it, that it was TT's religious beliefs? I have to file to go before a judge, but to be honest, it's not priority on my attorney bills right now. So
With her, even the chat was telling Julie, this is not Brittany. Julie said, 6 Up would not lie to me. I believe her.
6 Up don't even like Julie.
They've gotten official documents from my attorney. CPS has
I don't have a choice, Lola. I didn't put myself in all of this.
a full documents from my attorney that all of this is happening.
Services. I
So
wonder if
what?
Play this one more time.
Play it again.
My attorney could write up a document right now saying all this is happening. So fucking what? What does that mean for anybody? You don't even have an attorney. You're a damn liar.
And Sam.
Picture, I can't make out what it was on the back of the vest. But
No, I don't think anybody knows who called. I think the person who called is the person who's responsible.
oh, don't ever put that in my chat. Hold on.
Oh, thank you so much. It's just Robbie. That's really sweet.
Hold on. Hell no.
I'm behind. I don't know what was put in our chat.
You ever come in my chat and make a comment like that to me again. Did you hear me? That is a fucking setup what just happened, and I'm going to tell you right now.
As a fucking setup? Why would you say it's a setup? Because that's what you do? Because you set up for people to make comments and others chat so you can screenshot it quicker than the creator or mod can delete it and then cry what a victim you are later? Unbelievable. I agree, nonsense. I agree. It's a major issue that got brushed over because drama fucking sells.
You will not come into my chat. Hold on.
Oh my God.
Maybe instead of the days when I felt too sad to go live, maybe I should have went live and I should have just cried into the mic. Maybe that's what should have been done. So fucking sick how these people prioritize YouTube over their mental well-being and then act like it's some fucking normal thing to do. Get the fuck out of here. Taking a few days off would not break this bitch.
God, reality. Could you be quiet when Brittany's talking? The overlapping is just so annoying. Anyway, Brittany, here's the deal.
You're asking
Here's
too
a
much.
crazy concept.
Let's
Okay.
hear it. Mhm.
Maybe what
Yeah.
happened to you is horrible and wrong, and I disagree with it.
Yeah.
Also, getting Craig from behind you and
Uh-huh.
putting him somewhere, stuffing a sock down his throat might be a good idea too. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there should be some self-accountability for the position she's in. Maybe that's what should happen. I'm a puffin. I'm with you, girl. Say your thing. No eggshells.
You ever thought of that?
What a concept.
No one is saying what happened is okay, but it doesn't matter what I say. I see
Nope.
that a lot of people are struggling with
Mhm.
comprehension, and I can't
Nope.
make you understand.
Nope.
I just can't. Let me
Nope.
see what y'all are saying.
How could you?
I'm sorry, she's going after you today, Sue.
Guess what? The moment she understands is the moment her victimhood dies, right? And the moment her victimhood dies, guess what else does? That paycheck. That dies next. Okay? Brittany knows that every time she gets on the internet and plays her sweet woe is me little Christian mother act, that it results in cash apps. And that is all the bitch cares about. She don't care about personal health. She don't care about personal hygiene. She don't care about mental health. She certainly don't care about that of those she's responsible for. All she cares about is how many pity donos she can fucking get. That's it. That's all. She thinks she can put this abuser on the internet, hand him a fucking mic, and tell us all what we should hear or not hear. How about you tell him how to fucking act and not act? And if he can't get his act right, take the mic back, dummy. But without Craig to distract, she sat with the reality that she scanned her community for over $10,000 and shows nothing of it. It is sick. Thank you, Maggie Marie. Thank you. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you, though. Hey, Jesse
Exactly.
for CPS. Hey, Allie.
Why?
I'm telling you, I'm just
YouTube
like,
mic.
hey, Bliss Blessings, thank you so
Hey,
much. The YouTube Warzone you choose to play in. Yes, there you go.
Exactly. Again, do you know how many people I could go live about every day and have some type of victimhood because they're saying things to hurt my feelings? But my mental well-being is worth more than a couple cash apps or a couple clicks and views. For Brittany, though, it's opposite, baby. Those clicks and views are the only validation she gets in life. Can you know why? Because Brittany don't like Brittany and nobody around Brittany don't like Brittany. That's why.
I don't think 6 Up gave audio to Julie. I don't either. 6 Up can't even stand Julie. She thinks she's weird.
Same.
Yes, Eliza. Yeah, something happened and 6 Up got it incorrect or something and apologized. But here Brittany is bringing it up to try to uphold her. Oh my God.
I told everybody back then they were wrong. But you know what else is funny about that? Just like Brittany bringing up the other day what Chris Proudfoot said back in April. It's always the whataboutisms. As always, though, but what about this and what about that? What about you fucking be an adult and take accountability? I know. Apparently to them, half the internet's after her.
God, victimhood, the big bad soup. The big bad soup then. I don't know what to tell you. I'm never going to agree with Brittany 100% of the time. Matter of fact, I'm not even friends with this lady.
Wow.
Get mad at the people who did this.
Who's the people that did it, though? Do you think that it helps Brittany when you push her narrative? Who are the people that did it? How about instead of hold up the people that did it accountable, how about hold yourself accountable, find out who fucking did it, and then hold them accountable?
I'm a commentary channel. I just commentate on it. You don't have to like what I say, but to play this victim role that you play oh so well. Oh my God, I can't believe she said this about me. Can y'all believe this? This is a lot of your problem. This really is a lot of your problem, girl. She doesn't want it to stop, in my opinion, by her actions. That's another thing.
Yeah, let's hear it. Tell us all. Because we don't matter, Maize and Blue. Because we don't matter. We don't fucking matter. That's why. Because they don't like me because of whatever reason. My children, my well-being doesn't matter. And what Brittany did, she won't be held accountable for by them because in their little feeble minds, the hate they have for me justifies what she did.
Like the very next night. The very next night.
Yep, very next night.
I hear a clip. She's asleep. Craig is in the background again.
She's asleep.
Like, are we?
Yep, right there.
Just me, and I'm speaking for me. I'm not saying this is the gospel according to the soup. My God,
it is
just
the gospel,
for me. I would take a minute. I would move in silence. I would definitely do something.
Like, I don't know, take a few days off. Stop buying the alcohol. What part of what? I mean, there's so many. Everybody in the chat, write an opinion, a suggestion of what BJ could do. I'm going to start. She could stop fucking poking. Boom. Right there. Stop poking. Thank you, Iffy. They claim to stand on right is right and wrong is wrong, don't they, Mace? They claim to. Missy says, stay the fuck awake. Good suggestion. No booze in the home. Go to therapy. Log off. Stop lying. Ignore it. Log off for good. Seek therapy. Be nice. Log off and quit buying alcohol. Stop baiting. Say no to rugs. Stop falsely accusing everyone. Stop boozing Craig up. Log off. Get treatment. Get the whole family in therapy. Go for a walk. Smell the roses. Log off. Stop putting your personal business on the internet. Stop blaming everyone. How about go to create a regular schedule and go live when the kids are tucked in at night, and so is Craig. Put your kids first, Terry. Cut off Craig's alcohol. Start on time and stop rescheduling. Stop eating while live. Cash, keep your kids in the rooms at night to sleep so they don't hear you. Log off. Start looking for an easy job so she can earn a living, a way that will get her offline. Learn what the word SWAT is. Parenting classes. Log off. Stop scamming. None of these things are going to happen. Doctor advice. Fix the kitchen. Leave Craig. Log off. Take a look at yourself. Stand up. Chew gummies. Stop lying. Put your family first. Log off. Leave. Save your kids. Get into therapy. Get actual jobs to touch grass. Different content. Worry about your own channel. Put your children first. Rehab and therapy for both of you. Take accountability. Stop lying. Chase the buzzers off. You really don't want to, Sonny. Find a hobby. Stream when Craig is asleep. Go on a diet. Take a shower. Own your fuck shit. Stop being a victim. Stop protecting Craig. Touch grass. Stop buying booze. Stop thinking you control everyone else's thoughts and opinions. Stop falsely accusing people. Stop lying. Stop baiting. Stop poking. And shut up. Spend time with your kids. Boot Craig. Rehab for parents. Take care of your kids. Show them love. Take responsibility for your actions. Go spend quality time. Make Craig get a job. Thank you for the membership. Family and personal counseling. Get real jobs. Join a gym. Take a long walk off a short beer. Make Craigie get his own beer. Stop fucking lying. Let some sunshine through the windows. Move the microphone away from your mouth. Stop stepping on kittens. Codependency therapy. Go puff. Go to the doctor. Stay awake and take care of your family. Ignore the haters. Start caring about our kids. Cash, I'm not reading you. Go to a dentist. Reevaluate who you trust. Exfoliate your leg. Get off the rugs. Go to the doctor. Grow up. Stop buying alcohol and going live. Get into treatment. Take care of your children and bring it home. Stop spreading dis and misinformation. Go to the Amish market. They deserve better. No, do not go there. Take a dancing class. Find Mabel. Go to church. Get clean. Stop collecting rats and baskets. Get your own house in order. Yeah. Send Craig to rehab. Read a dictionary. Stop begging for money. Get that wheezing checked out for real. Absolutely. Pick up a hobby. Stop using your kids as an alarm. Clean your house. Hey, Cheech. Shut the fuck up. Brush your teeth. Go live during the day. Budget management. Log off. The list goes on. Get your house in order. Wash your hair. Get therapy about lying problem. Why is everybody saying go to the dentist? Stop lying. Stop grifting. Go to the dentist. Go visit the ocean and pet a shark. Stop trying to be other creators. Stop getting into debt. Grow up. Clean your house. Get your leg healed. Find out why you breathe that way. Put up your Christmas tree and take down the Halloween decor off your door. Clean your home. Quit asking the internet to finance your life. Look into the mirror. Take accountability. Do a little cleaning. It's good for the soul. Lobotomy. Go to a pathologist. Stop trying to act like other creators. Lose some weight. Get off YouTube and sort your shit out. Avoid the drama. We give advice because we don't fucking care. Stop getting Craig hard liquor. Stop believing chat. Do research before reacting. Get a life. Change your life before it's totally destroyed. Jog. Get sober. Stay sober. Walk off a short pier. Go wash your face in the toilet that I'm sure has a ring in it. Stop getting fast food and actually cook. Tara, welcome to the MFers. Appreciate having you back. Join a gym. I don't know that word, Shakarl, so I can't say it. Get off grid. Get a regular schedule so her and her kids get rest. You make enough to cover your bills. Stop asking for money. Do your own research and quit repeating lies. Quit drinking pop. Get new glasses that you can read with. Get a haircut and a real job. Go to the dentist. Quit blaming everyone else. Find out who's feeding those vultures. Grow the fuck up being an adult. Stop saying hold on every 5 words. Take a shower. Stop scamming. Apologize. All above, it will give her a new outlook on life. Definitely get the breathing issues checked. Touch grass because her teeth are falling out. Pet a shark. She does all this for money to get attorney for Craig's messes. Yep. Stop targeting Granny because you're a dysfunctional home. Fact. Wash y'all ass. Apologize to local Ali for constantly having to come out there for absolutely nothing. Do something with the kids. Go chase parked cars. Start over. Get your kids on a schedule. Woo! Stop the chronic lies. Walk out the door and don't look back. Kiss a piranha. Stop scamming vulnerable people. You might want to fix that mold problem. Get some good loving. Go on vacation. Take accountability. Get an exorcism. No, she won't. I'm wasting my breath at this point. Stay in character. Plan ahead. Remember, Christmas, December 25th. For them, get a life. Make good green bean casserole. Log off and get your kids in sports. Stop suing people. Stop being jealous. Go to a psychiatrist. Holy shit. Drink more water. Use the nebulizer. Tell the fucking truth for once. Facts. Leave Granny alone and bitch better have my money. Stop being a shit person. Stop going real life. Practice Christianity. Be a mom for a change. Get a life off the internet. Stop lying. Go to the doctor. Put your kids first. Love yourself for you. Yeah, find out who the fuck you are, please. Take the kids on a real vacation. Go to the damn beach. Get a cattle prod so every time you fall asleep, they don't have to clap. Learn to make green bean casserole. Again. Stop buying the booze. Get an education. Get holy water and bathe in it. At least I can breathe. Complete your sentence without falling asleep. Tell us where the 8,000 plus is. Get your drink before you start your live. Right. I mean, what the fuck? Let the light in that house. Get ready to see the judge in PA. You go and get a trip. Lose reality wins. Get back to your country. Take care of repo. Take baths. Be the change you want to see. Get some new lungs. Yeah, take care of the Rico. Stop saying and hold on. Stop trying to pretend to sue people and real suing. All right. Get ready for forensic accounting. You guys are really nice. Get Brenda her money back. Get rid of reality wins. Stop being a victim. Stop feeding the deer. Stop grifting. Don't crash again. Call a priest. Get that demon out. Lick a battery. Call an exorcist. Take that hair piece off. Stop living beyond your means. Do something worth being proud of. It's a New Year's challenge. Stop moaning for Jesus. Stop worshiping money. Ooh, you guys are great. Stop scratching that leg. Ew. 15 minutes into a live stream, you're falling asleep. Stop blaming your nose for bizarre snores. Oh. Ask Samuel to lay off your life. All right, all right. Read the Bible. Put on your big girl pants. And get a real man. Cancel the appointment with Dog the Bounty Hunter. It doesn't exist. And above all, go fuck yourself. The end. Thank you. You guys are very kind to take a moment to give this bitch some suggestions that she will never take and will most likely cry she's a victim of the suggestions you all gave. But I want you all to know that I appreciate your kindness to write out your suggestions. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let me tell you something. I would do something. Some people would be suffering because I'm not right in the head. And when I say that, I mean, I would, my get back. Oh God. My mic died.
11 more steps.
My mic died. Can y'all hear me
Sorry,
now?
one. We hear you, girl.
Sorry
We
about
hear
that.
you.
The last thing I was saying is you don't have
Go
to
in. Nonsense. You're in.
agree with me, Brittany, on what you would or should or could or wouldn't do. I'm telling you what I would do.
Very
Okay.
center. What would you do?
Let me plug up this microphone.
I'll tell you what I've done. I'll never forget Brittany said, I'm not, y'all, they're telling me to take a trip to the beach, y'all. I'm not going to take a trip to the beach. I'm not going to let them win. Can a motherfucker let me win? Can y'all send me to a beach holiday getaway? Holy shit. What do you mean you're not going to let them win? Who the fuck's going to win when you're laying in the sand, the sun beating down, the sounds of the waves and the seagulls, and the kids are having fun? Who the fuck's really winning there? Dumbass. Holy shit. What an idiotic thing to say. Insecure, too.
I'm saying me personally, I would move in silence. I wouldn't have Craig in the background anymore. And I would handle this differently. That's just to me.
Yeah.
Hey, Pinto.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would stop poking and I would stop engagement. This is what I have done. If my mental health was really to the point I claimed it was, I would log off. I would never stay and continue to allow the same things that lead people to make phone calls. Me falling asleep at the mic, my kids waking me up, my kids in the background, my drunken boyfriend in the background. All of that would be changed. But for all of that to be changed, you know what has to happen? She has to acknowledge the cause. And it is far more financially beneficial to blame the cause on them and they and the dark side than to acknowledge that she and he are the only issues.
Last thing I was saying is the way I would handle this, I can't even talk about on here.
She ain't nobody's friend, girl.
Okay. It's definitely not
Stop that.
YouTube friendly. And I'm not right in the head, and my get back is real. You fuck with me and mine.
Now listen, right? They say this, right? And no disrespect. I know, because then they'd be calling in wild services saying there's a beached whale and shit. And next thing you know, more resources wasted. I get it. But you hear these people often say this, right? You fuck with me and mines, and I'm going to get you. You fuck with my life, and I'm going to fuck with yours, right? I don't have that video. And even if I don't want to see that shit. I got when she was 9 out in October and blamed a ghost. Is there fucking harder with anybody's life than accusing them of running a criminal enterprise in their neighborhood? Would that give me free reign to come up here? And you know what? I know a lot of people don't want to acknowledge it. And those of you that do, I greatly appreciate it. Me not coming up here and actually doxing Brittany, you know, what she accuses me of doing. Because let's not forget, while we're talking about Craig and his obsession with his guns and claiming he's a tough guy, you know, small dick energy, there's still that man that went outside that day and chased down the loved ones of a young volunteer fireman who lost his life in a ditch near their property. He went out there waving a pistol, allegedly, and destroyed their memorial for that young man. That's who the fuck we're talking about, okay? Nonetheless, despite everything she has done, I still have not come out here and said or done the things I fucking could. I've shown a lot of personal restraint and personal growth. And yet I still get accused and blamed for everything taking place. Do you know how much I could fucking do and I should fucking do that I haven't? And I think I'd be very justified in doing. But as I've always said, I will not allow the lack of morals and disgraceful behaviors of people like that take away from mine. I used to get as nasty as the rest of them. I would say whatever came to mind, not a filter or a thought beforehand. And that's where I realized I fucked up. The day I allow a disgusting, disgraceful, rotten-legged fucking heifer and her drunken, good-for-nothing, piece of shit, bigoted boyfriend make me become like them is the moment I log the fuck off again. You got to know when to stop staring at the monster because you start to resemble them.
It's just going to be, look, I am destroying everything in my path.
Hey, Pookie.
Okay. So getting on YouTube again,
you're right.
And having Craig in the background. No, that's not how I would move. I am entitled to that opinion, and it is not.
She can't move any other way because she knows she needs Craig there to keep her distracted. Imagine if Craig wasn't part of her streams. What would you have? Help me. Who the fuck's tuning in for that? She knows people tune in to hear that train wreck of a fucking human. She knows it. That's why she keeps them there. It keeps the people talking. When the people stop talking, her views stop going up. That bitch saw 10K views on her swatted video, the most views she has seen in years.
Not the end of the world.
Thank
you think people
Michelle.
agree with me right now? No. There are some people in here like, I don't really agree with that. It's okay. I'm not going to get on here and cry about it.
I know that's right.
You'll live to tell this story another day, Brittany, but you just live and thrive in victimhood. I can't believe she said that. Well, I said it, and now I'm saying worse now.
And we all said
you
it.
can't. Here's the thing with me, though. Let me get a drink of coffee.
Tell us about you. What you got?
You will never see me over in them other chats. Hey, Casey Blues.
Probably because you ain't welcomed.
Exactly, Gemini. You
Well,
will
I
never
know.
catch me over in them other chats, bigging them up, dabbing. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Keep getting it, Brittany. Keep calling CPS. Make sure you get her swatted because she did X, Y.
So now you're accusing those other channels of being the one that called CPS and you're saying she was swatted? Okay, interesting.
And Z.
You know what? I think it was somebody over there that called CPS and had her swatted. Can we do that? Can we say that? Happy holidays, Shelly Ray. Thank you so much. We love you too. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to decide with me, because we have this power apparently to decide who called and who we want to blame. I want to blame them. 1 in the chat if you want to blame them too. Fuck that. You're to blame. You're to blame. You're to blame. You did it. You did it. And you did it. Yep. Lots of ones. We're blaming y'all now. We're taking back the power. Say we fucking did it. Name the channels that you're accusing. I ain't fucking call nobody. But you know what? We now decided you all called. How about that? See how that works? Baseless accusations get us nowhere, don't they? The only person that can find out who called is Brittany. And the only person that can prevent another call is Brittany. I know, that's right. Be nice try. It was cute that she said it, though, wasn't it? That's all right.
No, but I'm entitled to my opinion on you as well, Brittany. If it were me, I would take a minute, take a pause.
Ooh, good one.
And make sure I'm okay mentally, because this has to affect you.
If you guys feel comfortable or not, go ahead and write out who you blame. Missy Lou wants to blame Lemon Boy. That's a good one. You think this shit impacts her mentally? Can I ask y'all a serious question? How mentally impacted do you think you would be by a police knock at your door? You know what's more? I shouldn't say it's more. You know what was mentally impacted? Maybe I shouldn't downplay what a knock at the door can do. Because I know when I got a knock at the door and it was the sheriff serving me with a baseless fucking lawsuit that I had 20 days to respond to and not a pot to piss in, That was pretty fucking traumatizing. I know the next time there was a knock at my door with another fucking sheriff serving me another lawsuit, that was pretty fucking traumatizing. I know when there was a knock at my door from a UPS overnight standard delivery, and it was another manila, whatever they're called, envelope, my heart fucking sank. But guess who caused all three of those knocks? Y'all never want to acknowledge those knocks at the door, do you? The only way a knock at the door from the police is traumatizing me is if I'm on the fucking run, okay?
But you just keep coming on here doing the same thing. That's where I was at. Somebody said, I feel like I've heard this a lot. People say she likes this. And I'm thinking, there ain't no way she likes this.
Well, you don't know.
And I still am reluctant to believe that she likes this. But the way she goes about things, I don't understand it. Lindsay said, my head isn't in the sand. Michigan wifey. I choose not to pretend that I know.
She went to Summer's house? I didn't know that. Thank you. Are you nuts? Oh, we want to blame the green team. Okay. All right. Different when you don't do anything wrong. Right. That's how I felt every time I got those envelopes, knowing I didn't do anything fucking wrong. Knowing that each of those envelopes were going to cost me thousands and thousands and thousands of fucking dollars. That's how the fuck I felt. You know what doesn't cost? Anything except for the fucking township? The many times these police have to come out to Brittany's house. She ain't paying for that shit. That bitch ain't contributing to her fucking neighborhood. Let's be real now. The taxpayers are paying every time there's a knock at that door. You want to blame reality? I like that idea. I blame BJ. Same.
What goes on inside of her home. Sorry if that bothers you. It isn't my... Right. And that's another thing. We're way too dedicated.
Are we?
Not us. Some people are just way too dedicated in Brittany's life. They worry about her life way more than they do their own. Now that's...
Let me ask you a question. What makes you think... I would love to speak with her. What makes this person think that people care more about Brittany's lives than they do their own? What makes that thought even come out of your mouth? Is there not a possibility that somebody in Brittany's chat that showed genuine concern that night made that call? I'm so sorry, SueTube. That's horrific. Now that's traumatizing. Is there not a chance that people are tired of hearing at 3 a.m. a child pleading for their mother to wake the fuck up on a live stream? I mean, we can go ahead and I could list out a dozen plus reasons why I think somebody made that call, but only the person who did it can tell you ultimately why they did. I can also tell you the only person that's accountable for those calls being made is the person that continues to allow the concerning behavior to be heard. Okay? Without that behavior, nobody would be able to make those calls. Medical examiner for no case. I'm so sorry, Perry. You and SueTube, my heart goes out to both of you. Right. That's the only people to blame.
When we got a problem. I just feel like here on YouTube.
Yep.
How do I want to say this? There's no balance anymore.
And let me ask you this, because I actually agree with what she's about to say, but can I ask you all this? Let's go with the whole, well, you don't know what's going on in somebody's household just because you hear things, right? Did Brittany know what was going on in the Proudfoot's home? She sure as fuck concocted a whole story on it, though, didn't she? Do we need to know more than what we know to know that something's not right? Do you think that's part of the issue, is that you all act like what we do here isn't concerning? Do you think it would be a horrible thing to say to Brittany, you know what, Brittany? What you allow people to hear through that window of the internet is enough for people to be concerned? I mean, come the fuck on. Y'all can't be that fucking blinded by hate that you're going to pretend you don't hear what's concerning. Does that mean people should make calls? No. Does that mean people shouldn't make calls? It's up to the person. Who am I to say? I don't know if somebody's a mandated reporter. I don't know if somebody has a good reason to do it. What I do know is that not only did Craig threaten Chris Proudfoot that night, and again, show poor gun ownership, but he also threatened the fucking local police. Maybe, just maybe, that's why they showed up. But let's not use too much of our true crime brains here.
like here on YouTube, how do I want to say this? There's no balance anymore. You can't have a difference of an opinion.
You can if you're courageous enough to do it. Nobody stopped me from having a difference of opinion. Keep your courage. Keep that difference of opinion. I have people come in here that disagree. It's the way they do it. You know why there's no balance anymore? Because the heifer stepped on a judicial scale, okay? With zero fucking reason to.
You can't just keep it to commentary. Now you're the enemy. I'll be the enemy.
Oh, and you know what else too? We just heard these people say that if it was done, if somebody went for their family, they go blah, blah, blah. Yet you don't acknowledge why we're all so fucking angry. Clue and Cletus were dragged into a courtroom for a frivolous fucking restraining order. I was accused of operating a fucking enterprise, a criminal enterprise. You really can't understand why we're fucking angry? Holy shit.
I mean, I'll be on the clip channels later. That's fine, whatever.
And I still have
people will unsubscribe. You can't have a difference of an opinion.
You seem really worried about people unsubscribing for somebody who claims they don't care if people unsubscribe, to be honest. I mean, just acknowledge it. Stand on what you're saying. Who the fuck cares if people agree with you or not? It's how you feel.
And that's just the way it is. Thank you. Who was that? Kim, thank you so much. That was so cute. It is. It's the definition of insanity. There's another one.
All right. So when it comes to Summerwell's house, she lives in the area. Her and her husband were driving by and just stopped to ask what was going on. Thank you. Yeah, she made statements like Sebastian was abused, living with Chris and Katie. Exactly. But don't fucking judge her. Don't judge her every single day window into her house. Surely she knows more about what's going on in Chris and Katie's because their child disappeared. Duh. Fucking ridiculous.
I definitely need that mug. Let's see what y'all are saying. Nicole, be cool. I can think of half a dozen proactive things I'd be doing. She gets something out of it or she wouldn't be here, period. Exactly. And I'm not saying that Brittany has to leave YouTube. You're hearing what you want to hear, Brittany. You're hearing things that turn you into the victim.
There's Brittany.
I don't think, here's what I think. I think if she did leave the internet, it wouldn't stop. Thank you. Who sent the kitty in a box? That is so cute.
If she left the internet, it wouldn't stop. No, it wouldn't because she went real life and she still has real life shit to deal with, don't she?
Now look at y'all softening me up over here. I was all pissed and shit. Oh, I love the owl. Exactly.
I love kitties in boxes.
Thank you, Nicole B.
Apparently BJ does too. You hear about her cats in a box, huh? Or rat.
Rocket says, I just don't understand how some on here can't take advice. I know. I don't either. You're the enemy. Thank you, East Coast.
Why do they always do that though? Brittany can't take constructive criticism. Brittany, keep a name on it.
And that's why I'm saying I'm not for everybody, and that's okay.
Oh my gosh.
It really is. Look at all them gifts down here at the bottom. I really appreciate
it. Do we really have to keep clarifying how we're not for everybody? We're adults. Like, obviously, we know in this world, there are some people that are for us and there's some that not.
Y'all, East Coast. In my opinion, she needs to take a minute for her own mental health. She took that, me saying that has clutch, Bucci. Thank you. I like that.
All right, we're done with you. Do you know Brittany's mental health? Let me show you a little bit of Brittany's mental health. Let me show you a little bit of Brittany's mental health. Y'all don't mind taking a little detour, do you? Let me show you. You want to talk about dramatics? Let me show you fucking dramatics. First off, you know what perjury is? I'll show you what let me fix myself. Hold on. Let me back me on up here. Perjury. What is perjury? A penalty under perjury in Pennsylvania is potential sentence for making a false statement under oath in a civil case. The penalty for perjury in Pennsylvania is a third-degree felony, which can result in a jail sentence or up to 7 years and a fine up to $15,000. Anyhow, let's see who could have committed perjury. Let's take a gander again, shall we? Declare under penalty of perjury under the laws of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I am writing this declaration not as a lawyer or someone engaged in a legal dispute. What a fucking idiot. Right there is all you need to know about what an idiot she is. I'm writing, but as a mother and human being. Really? I thought you were an alien. What a fucking joke this is. Not as a lawyer or someone engaged in a legal dispute. Oh, wow. I'll tell you perjury. Here we go. Has endured unimaginable pain, fear, and suffering. Oh, you're going to suffer. You're going to suffer when that judge's ruling comes down and you have nothing to hide behind. Relentless harassment and defamation, along with her friends, followers, and cult-like network. Hey, do any of you feel it's defamatory to say you're in a cult? Put a 1 in the chat if you won't accept that defamation. What they have done has torn apart not just my professional life. Crank, I'm live. So fucking professional. Holy shit. Professional victimhood? Is that a typo? But my personal life as a mother, a daughter, and a person who values kindness, honesty, and peace. Why didn't you say as a wife? Oh, that's right. He won't marry your ass. Oh, silly me. Sorry. I've lost count of the number of times I've woken up in a cold sweat, terrified that someone might follow through on their threats that Jessica and her followers have made against me. Anybody remember the bitch saying she won't step to me in real life? If this is a cult, y'all better pay your fucking dues or I'm not filling up that cup. She didn't just stop at insults or gossip. She looked straight into her camera and told me, I will make you a fucking victim. Now, Nonsense, do you remember, Nonsense, when we played that stream where the quote was taken from, but obviously misquoted? Where I actually said, you so badly want to be a fucking victim of mine. How about I make you a fucking victim? Do you know what didn't take place in that stream? My camera being on. I never looked into the camera. It wasn't even on. Matter of fact, I was seeing red that day. You know why? Because Brittany accused me of calling her child's school, and I just got done going to my child's school where a call was made that I was abusing him. There was no camera on. There was no thumbnail made. There was no dramatic title. It was a straight, pure mother's anger you heard that day. But yet, you didn't add that in there, did you? You didn't add that part of it, did you? These words haunt me. No, your insecurities haunt you. It's not just fear for myself. It's the gut-wrenching fear that I may not be able to protect my children. I said it before and I'll say it again. The moment you put all this on the paper, you deserve the call. I don't care who fucking likes it. The fear that you may not be able to protect your children states away of what a maid who you kept poking at even after filing this. How can I explain to my kids that their mother is being targeted by strangers on the internet, people who seem intent on ruining our lives? I try to hold it together for them, but inside I'm broken. Oh, you're fucking broken, all right. Again, you write all of this out on a fucking document in a courthouse, and you think people don't have a right to call you a piece of shit woman, piece of shit mother? This is sick. Oh, Desiree, she goes on to say why her kids know. Because apparently it was so loud she couldn't keep it from them. The words Jessica used to describe me, a lazy, wasteful piece of shit, aren't just casual insults. No, they're facts. They cut to the core of my identity as a mother. Y'all think about that for a minute. Me calling her a lazy, wasteful piece of shit cuts to the core of her identity. So you identify as that. A mother who works hard to give my children the life they deserve. You won't even give them a fucking Christmas without your handout. What do you mean? She's serious, though. That's the saddest part. That chat EBT really led you the wrong way, girl. When she says these things publicly in front of thousands of people, I feel the walls of my world closing in. My children have seen me cry because of these things. I try to hide it, but they notice. How can a mother explain that strangers are attacking her, saying horrible things, calling her names, and trying to destroy the life she's worked so hard to build? All you did was grab a fucking microphone. What do you mean work so hard to build? You won't even work hard to stay the fuck awake. The most painful part of this has been watching my children ask if they are safe. Now, let me ask you, as a fucking parent, as a human being, as a mother, how many of you would continue poking at somebody if your fucking children had to ask you if they are safe? I don't know, HOA members. But maybe this is why people fucking judge her. Unless you want to tell me she committed perjury. I'll take that too. Right, as a decent human, your kids have to ask you if you're fucking safe? If they're safe? Why the fuck are they hearing me? The most painful part of this, all right, Jessica and her associates even implied that I neglect or harm my children, saying things like, "You won't ever catch me try with my children unbuckled standing up." Those comments go beyond personal. They attack my ability to be a good mother. So are you admitting that somebody who drives with their children unbuckled is a bad mother? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember Brittany admitting that she got ticketed for her kids being unbuckled after saying this was defamatory. After saying I lied about it. Wow, lots of ones. A lot of people are now paying attention to your fuck shit. Yeah, a comment attacks her ability to be a good mother. You know why, Hellfire? Because she had to sit with the realization for a moment that she isn't. Let's go on to the other part of the pity party. I ruined the business relationship she worked so hard to provide. I spent sleepless nights wondering if someone might actually believe those lies and come after me, or worse, my children. As a mother, there is no greater terror than the thought of your children being hurt because of lies and hate spread by strangers. Tell me that's not fucking sick. Tell me that's not sick. You mean the fear I have that the local sociopaths that had no problem framing a government employee live near me and my children, like that fear? The ones that you set on me? BJ is not a woman. She's an entitled, spoiled little brat. She's nowhere close to being a woman. The campaign of hate has also impacted me financially. There's the real issue, folks. Matt, sleepless nights. You fucking snore every stream. What do you mean sleepless nights? Well, I mean, this campaign of hate has also impacted me financially. Before this started, I was proud of the work I did. I was able to support my family. Now people who once trusted me no longer want to work with me. Do you know that she never had actual like professional relationships with other creators? But Your Honor, I will not get off YouTube. Exactly. That when I first read this, that's the first thing I said is the judge is going to be like, well, why didn't you get off YouTube? Why are you listening to all this? I'm not outside your house playing a fucking speaker. Why do you listen to me? If I'm causing you so much mental distress, why the fuck are you listening? Again, where's the accountability? Apparently, Viv, she's the only fucking mother on here. Apparently, only her fucking children matter when she wants them to. Because let's not forget, there's 5. The lies, the accusations, the threats. They destroyed the professional relationships I worked years to build. What a fucking lie this is. And the worst part is, I'm not just losing business. I'm losing the ability to provide for my children. Again, this bitch is writing on a document why CPS should be there. I don't care if anybody likes what I'm saying or not. This is insane to put in a court document. How am I supposed to rebuild my career when my reputation has been torn apart by people who don't even know me? Her favorite fucking line. You don't even know me. You don't even know me. but you pass your judgment on all of us and you don't even fucking know us. Imagine being a public figure, accepting the love of strangers, but telling people that they don't have the right to judge you. You can only judge Brittany if you love her. You can only judge Brittany if you favor her. If you don't, then you don't even know her. Oh, that's right. Perjury, PA. Oh, it's on Canon. Wow. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Sorry. I meant to push this. What number were we at? 11. My mental health has been shattered by this. Every day I wake up with a knot in my stomach, wondering what new attack will come. I'm exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally. Yet I log on. I feel like I'm constantly walking on eggshells, afraid that one wrong move will lead to more lies, more harassment, more attacks. That's Craig, baby. That ain't me. This anxiety doesn't just affect me. Here she goes again. It affects my family. There she goes again. I have never seen somebody shield themselves at the risk of their children. My children have seen me cry more in the past year than I care to admit. I've had to cancel family outings. Hey, you guys want to know why Brittany never answered my attorney's depositions? You know, particularly the part where he asked you about your uncle's funeral. Miss family outings. You don't do family outings. Your family outing is driving through the local fucking fast food drive-through. I know, Cash Top, but I'm telling you, this was ChatGPT for sure. At times, I've broken down completely. I've sat in my car, in the driveway of my own home, and just cried because I don't know how to protect myself or my family from this kind of hate. How many of you motherfuckers would claim this much fear, but then go sit in your driveway? I would love to be a cross-examining attorney. I would love for her to sit on a stand, her hand to the fucking Bible, and be cross-examined on this bullshit. I'm a mother of only selective kids that I birthed, just trying to raise my children, only the selective ones, and do my best for them, only the selective ones. I've had to tell my kids, only the selective ones, why people are saying horrible things about their mom online, and tell them that I, Bonnie Grape, am a piece of shit. I try to shield them. Bullshit. I shield myself using them, but it's impossible when this campaign of hate is so public, it's so vicious. Again, am I outside your house with an air horn? Seriously. What a joke this is. Your Honor, as I sit here writing this, I'm asking you not as a plaintiff. This bitch really didn't know that. You got bamboozled by Nick the Hat. You got bamboozled into a 6-figure fucking debt, bitch. I write this not as a plaintiff, says the plaintiff. Those motherfuckers scammed you out of at least 6 figures worth of debt. And 6 figures is being generous. Times that by 2. Oh my God. What an idiot. How'd that professional relationship work out? All right, sorry. I'm asking you not as a plaintiff, but as a mother who is desperate to feel safe again. Was Daddy not there to hold you while you wrote this? I want to wake up one morning without the fear of what might be said about me, or worse, what might be done to me or my family. Can you imagine being so insecure as a mother and woman and partner of her age that you wake up afraid of what the internet might say today? Fuck off. I just want to live my life, raise my children, and provide for the selective ones without this cloud of fear and hatred hanging over me. And stop being a piece of shit. I'm asking for justice, not just for me, but for my children who have seen their mother's spirit broken by the relentless cruelty of strangers, or by their daddy. Am I right? I, Brittany Nicole Jackson, and not just fighting to clear my name, but to protect my family from the very real and ongoing threats that this coordinated campaign of harassment has caused. Who remembers when Brittany said she didn't accuse me of RICO? What did she just use right there? Coordinated. The psychological, emotional, and financial damage has left scars that may never fully heal. Let me write that down, because I'm going to use that in my victim impact statement. I'm going to verbatim use that, because it's a true fucking statement. I, Big Chungus, I am pleading with this court to recognize the very real harm that these actions have inflicted on me and my children, and to hold those responsible accountable for the destruction they have caused. The end. Round of applause for that fantasy fucking write-in. What a crock of shit. Nothing reads louder than I'm a lousy mother than that fucking document. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. I honestly, that's the first thought that came to my mind. I'd be ashamed of myself as a fucking mother to write those down in a legally binding document and admit, not just to the world, but to a judge, that I have zero self-accountability, awareness, and responsibility. I'd be fucking embarrassed. Denied. Very Shakespearean. Very dramatic. Very not the more. On the back of a missing child, nonetheless. Right. Facts. Facts. I mean, seriously. Do you guys understand the gravity of how disgusting that declaration is? I read through what the fuck she wrote. Every other line is, I'm a piece of shit mom. I take zero accountability for my family's safety and well-being. I'm going to put on this woman on the internet. Again, I'm not outside her house with a bullhorn. I'm not outside there with a speaker broadcasting my words to the point where she has no choice but to listen. And especially that her kids have to listen. No, you have a choice to click on my live stream and listen to my words or not. Do you know people send me clips every fucking day of something somebody said, and I decide if I click listen or not? Matter of fact, my people have enough respect for me that when I asked them to stop sending me this shit, guess what the fuck they did? Now instead, they give me a literal breakdown of what's in the video. So if I'm not in a good mental place to listen, I don't have to. But that's the difference between me and you. There's between GW and Brittany. Nothing was free for Granny. Instead of becoming a victim, Granny educated herself, mounted up, and is doing what she has to do. And we will be going down in the fucking history books. 200 years from now, there will be somebody going back to our litigation. And what a joke you made yourself to be. I guess, congratulations. You made PA history as a piece of shit mother and plaintiff. Well done. Take a bow. Your performance is over. The court's denied you. You're welcome for the update. I charge by the hour, bitch. You owe me. I guess we'll wait for the judge to tell us how much it will be. I love that you keep downplaying it, though. I can't wait to hear the argument that you shouldn't have to pay it because my audience helped me. I can't wait for that. Tomatoes on the stage, please. Tomatoes on the stage, and hit the thumbs up if you haven't. I appreciate you all being here today. We will come back tomorrow with hopefully an even better update. And in the meantime, we're saving our applause. You're bowing down. We're throwing tomatoes. Pick them up and make ketchup because you're a pathetic ass bitch that doesn't know how to do anything. Anything at all. I can't stand her. For those who weren't here earlier on, the judge of the Superior Court denied our motion to strike them from oral argument because their oral argument was denied. Lots of denying going on. Let's all tune in later to hear Brittany deny self-accountability. Woo! Bye.